clean off my lenses. I know, right? Where's Spooky? Usually Spooky's like right in here. All right. Yeah, so we're going. VSL here. Awesome. Nothing wrong. Nothing going on. Don't suppose I could get a go away troll before I get on with my evening. I mean, if you're gonna troll, then yeah, go ahead. Move along. I don't like to waste my time with trolls. Why would you waste a rights movement's time? Why would you waste an activist's time? Hey, what's up? Ben, Reptile Dude, another damn vegan. What's up? Jason, Goot. I didn't say your names. I just wanted to officially say it. Welcome TikTok. This is the first time it'll be Veganstonerlady YouTube and TikTok. So we're going to see what kind of conversations we can get going today. We're in beautiful Vancouver. Let me grab my microphone. We're in beautiful Vancouver, Washington, at the waterfront park. Ooh, let me lower that just a smidge. We don't need to see all that tree. So yeah, this is the waterfront park. You're gonna see some sailboats every once in a while. Kind of a touristy spot for people to visit because it's really pretty. There's also this kind of a pier that looks like the end of a boat that people come to look at. So let's see if that's a little straighter. That angle would look nice. See, this is where the bridge is over that way to get into Portland, right there. All right. This white balance is a bit much, but we'll try to make it work. Oh, nose is already itchy from the cold. I hate that. There are little squirrels everywhere. They are adorable. They're more brown and they look like pine cones compared to the ones that are by me. I have gray squirrels. So anyway, Veganstonerlady here. I want to know why you're not vegan. We're going to be asking people in the public, do they think they're fair or not fair? That's what my sign says. Or flip it over, powerful versus powerless. How are we doing audio-wise? Can you all hear me? Hey, Landon, what's up? Let's see. So I have a question. I'm vegan, but I do have 8 chickens that I bought from a poultry farm, and I have mixed feelings because I rescued them from a cruel life so they don't have to lay that many eggs for me. So that's admirable that you saved them, although I would argue that buying them is still putting in a demand. So even though those individuals won't experience that, the next individuals will, because they're going to replace what you've demanded, right? So that out of the way, though, they're currently in your care. They exist. What you can do is take them to the vet and ask for birth control for them, because it'll help reduce their egg laying, which is actually very detrimental to their body. It takes a lot of resources. So if you genuinely care about them, you're going to do everything you can to reduce their egg laying as much as possible. And, you know, just love on them. And don't think of them as a resource. They're not there for you, right? They just exist. They're with you. Just like a cat, dog, birds, any other animal. So I hope that makes sense. The eggs, you can feed them back to them, by the way, as well. Go look up, I think it's the Chicken Butt Micro Sanctuary. Go check her out here on TikTok. Or here on TikTok, over there on TikTok. If you go look her up on TikTok, you can find her live, and she talks about how she cares for her rescue chickens. Is the wind too much? It's very, very windy. I almost debated on canceling because the weather is kind of iffy. It was raining earlier. It's not supposed to rain anymore, but the wind is getting really blustery. So I don't know if anyone's going to stand out here with me, and I literally see no one. So it might be just you and I, guys. Yeah, what was the question? Did I miss it? Was it just that you have the chickens? I would just say care for them as best you can, just like you would any other companion. Oh, Jason Goot, you over here on TikTok. I see you. Oops, almost muted you. I didn't mean to. Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. So if everyone could, please tap, share, like. Let's get as many non-vegans in here as possible. I'm so terrified my system's going to fall over. Oh my gosh, look at these little squirrels. I don't know if you can see them over there in the grass, the little lumps. These little things right here. They are so cute. They're like, they kind of remind me of corgis. They have short legs compared to most squirrels. So they look like they're like buried in this grass, even though it's very curated lawn. Let's make sure we're straight here. It doesn't look straight to me. Yeah. Please, so let's get an idea of who's in here already. I appreciate y'all being here. If you're vegan, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not vegan, put a 2 in the chat. Well, let's start over. If you're vegan, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not vegan and curious about veganism, put a 2. And, you know, if you're going to be a troll, you can do whatever you're going to do. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of vegans. I see a 3. Okay, Shane. All right. We got some 1s at our TikTok. I thought maybe TikTok wanted to see live interviews, so we'll see what happens. I didn't really advertise that it would be explicitly, or not explicitly, but I didn't specifically say that it was going to be like first time with TikTok and YouTube, so maybe that they didn't get my attention. Oh, 4. Okay. What's up, Lambretta? Good to see you, by the way. Veganstoner, yes. Okay, well, we have quite a small audience in the TikTok. Is this the right account? Am I on... Oh my gosh, I'm in the wrong TikTok account. I'm gonna go to Veganstonerlady, guys. That was so funny. I went live on anti-animal use. That's hilarious. That's okay though. We need to do that anyway too. That's funny. I was able to go live. I haven't been allowed for a while. We must have hit the threshold. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm dying right now. That was so funny. The one lady that walks by and I didn't get her attention. All right, TikTok, we are live. Let's see if we can get some people this time. You are geeked. Inconspicuous mans. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm too old to understand that. It's Mike. I saw ice cream. Sorry, my bad. I don't know what that means. So I'm Veganstonerlady. I'm here to ask people in the public and you in the audience, you know, why aren't you vegan? Veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of other sentient beings, other animals. I just want to know what people think, what their moralities are, what their priorities are, and if they're actually living in alignment with them. So I got my sign here. It says powerful versus powerless. And I've also got fair or not fair. So we'll see if we can get some people to talk to us today. They come from a far away so they can look at me. It's quite funny. I also, look, I got the double microphone so Tick can be here. Hey guys. Hi. We're doing a social experiment. You want to participate?
No, it's okay.
All right, no worries. You guys enjoy the rest of the park. It's actually starting to warm up a little bit. It was colder earlier. Thank you for timing out, trolls. I really appreciate the vegans in the chat keeping it safe and also answering questions that I don't get to. Oh my gosh, you guys, there is literally no one. I get like a couple of people every, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. I'm really sad. Hopefully we get at least one conversation. That's what we'll aim for, because it doesn't look good so far. But those that aren't vegan in the chat, why don't you fill me in? Let me know. Keep it short though. Why aren't you vegan? What's holding you back? At least give animals a nice life as long as it lasts. No need to be cruel. Yeah, I agree. And that means not taking their life, not exploiting them, not using them, not artificially inseminating them, not putting them in situations for them to get raped, not taking away their babies, split up their families. Just basically not using them unfairly for your benefit, which would mean living vegan. So yeah, I agree. I eat very little amount of meat. I mostly get fruit and vegetables. Yeah, but that little bit of flesh came from somebody, and somebody had to fully be unalived. So we got to be careful with our language here on, while I'm out here. YouTube, you know, whatever YouTube allows, but TikTok, you gotta be careful. So. Eat what you want. That's how nature works. Does something being natural make it moral? A lot of things happen in nature that we would agree are not moral. And I would say that just because something's natural, you don't have to imitate it. You can weigh out what's right and wrong. Is there a victim? Should you consider their needs? Yes, so I see a couple of references to crop deaths. Yes, vegans recognize that our lifestyle is not perfect, but we want to aim for a world where no one is exploited because of their species. And we can improve crop farming, but we can't remove the exploitation from enslaving someone. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate? I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate?
Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. So you say best food, deer, turkey, and rabbit. What makes a someone food for you? Just keep driving. What does circle of life mean exactly? That's just the Disney movie, right? That's actually the circle of death. And you don't have to demand someone lose their life so that you get a little bit of taste pleasure. So what makes a someone? I would argue that an individual who expresses unique individuality and makes preferences is a someone. I can't go vegan for a few years, but I'll be going vegetarian on the first. So what I would argue is if you genuinely don't want to use animals, I would seek a plant-based dietitian. There's 10 Weeks to Vegan. It's called 10weeks.org. It's also on my website, antianimaluse.org. You can go there, find all these resources that I'll talk about throughout the live. But there's also Challenge 22. They actually have a one-on-one with a plant-based dietitian, which is really nice. So if you genuinely want to be vegan, but you're concerned about getting all your needed nutrition, talk to them. Reach out to Challenge 22. But otherwise, it sounds to me like it's an excuse. Like you're leaning on this excuse to not do the right thing. And I would say, you know, if someone didn't have your situation, would you say that it's a moral obligation that they live vegan, right? I would say yes. And if you feel that way, then I would tell you reach out to Challenge 22 so you don't have to live out of alignment of your own principles. Hey, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate?
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, it's not about if their flesh has all the needed nutrition you need. It's more about they're a someone. They feel, they make preferences. And what gives you the right to ignore their preferences and have your preferences followed through? Like, why is it okay for you to violate and take their life when they don't prefer that, right? Because when we see them in the slaughterhouse, they avoid the knife. We have to trick them. Oh, is Peg here? What's up, vegan? Is it Little Peg? Vegan Little Peg? Yeah, Little Vegan Peg. I mixed it up. Hey, Lewis, good to see you. Hi. I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate? Just asking a few questions?
I'm
okay. Okay, no worries.
Thank you.
Yeah, enjoy the park. Oh, you know what I need to do? Is I need to whip out my sign that says live because I think people are concerned about being on camera. So, while we're waiting for me to get the sign out, we've got some new people in here. So we're here in Vancouver, Washington at the Waterfront Park. We're asking people about their principles and if they're actually living in alignment with them. I'm Veganstonerlady, and yeah, out here in Vancouver, Washington at the Waterfront Park. I'm asking people about their values. So let's just get an idea of who's in the chat. If you're vegan, press 1, put a 1 in the chat. If you're a non-vegan, but you're curious about veganism, put a 2. And, you know, whatever else, we do whatever else. Hey, Landon, good to see you. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you also, Jason Goot, for sharing all the live. Sharing out the live, I can't talk. Okay, we got a spread. Hey, No Injustice. Hey, what's up, Ben? I think I already said hi, but you know, hello again. Hey, Grassfed, good to see you. Your name slipped right by me. Hey, J4K313, good to see you. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate? Answer a few questions?
Pardon?
You want to answer a few questions? I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
cool.
Yeah. Would you be okay to be live on YouTube?
No.
Okay. No worries. All right. Well, enjoy the
Thank
park.
you.
Yeah. The concept of vegan bacon, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with food flavors and textures. I have an issue with exploitation. I don't want anyone exploited for me when I can avoid demanding that. You should go vegan for the animals. The animals feel and don't want to be used, and we don't need to use them. So this is modern day slavery, and it's unexcusable. We should stop now. I bleed green. I just answered your question. Do you eat fish? No, I do not, because fish feel. They also want to live. They care about themselves. Spamming the word mods. Why should this be outlawed? Why would you demand that I can't do things with my body? That's kind of weird. Moral consistency is why you should be vegan. Sentient beings shouldn't be exploited for any purpose. I agree. I don't want to be exploited. I see someone say, man, screw animals. Humans are animals. You are an animal. I mean, just mute you. I don't need you to spam my chat. Life feeds on life. Yes, you can eat plants though, fungi, seaweed. You don't need to eat a someone. You can eat a something that literally doesn't care. Yes, fish do feel. Yeah, so I do understand that your God put animals on this earth for you to use, but he only said, not even for you to use, as companionship. And it was only until sin entered the world that then you were allowed to survive a harsh environment and use someone if you needed to. So I encourage you, if you believe in any Abrahamic religion, to go check out Christspiracy. It's a really good film that talks about how Jesus and how other religions actually interpret animal rights and how animals should be respected. It doesn't matter if they feel pain exactly like you, right? What matters is that they feel pain. What matters is that they can suffer, and to them, that's everything. And if everything, matters, if their whole life matters to them, then why take it from them? My hair is just so frustrated right now. It's constantly in my face. Long hair problems. Aw, thank you for the heart. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, so, when it comes to operational things, people that are volunteering for medical procedures, that's different, right? That's not exploitation. That's between someone who's dealing with a situation and their doctor, right? What we're talking about are your choices every day. How many times a day are you demanding that animals be used for you, right? So that's what we're asking with. Hey, do you want to participate in my social experiment? Okay. You could say no. Where are you in tires? So we're in Vancouver, Washington. We're at the waterfront park. It's a little chilly. I was hoping it was going to be more sunny. It's going to get sunny as the day goes on. I can see some blue sky breaking through, but the wind is a little much. My hair keeps going in my mouth. Yeah, it's fine that Jesus is your Lord, but what I'm saying is your Lord doesn't want you to abuse animals. Yeah, Washington, Pacific Northwest people and standing up for others' rights. How dare they? How dare they, right? How dare they? It's funny too, if you actually look back at history, all oppressors found rights movements annoying. So what side of history are you on right now? Right? Like when you find a rights movement annoying, rights for me but not thee, it's pretty selfish. All right, cool. Well, I'll be live on Monday here on TikTok, and you can ask me all the questions you want. Yeah, thank you, Jason Good. Thou shalt not spam. Let's see. You just use Jesus as a reference. Why not to eat animals, though? Well, because someone in TikTok was talking about that God put animals on earth for them, and I think they're misinterpreting their own religion. Hi. We're doing a social experiment. You want to participate?
Thank you.
All right. Well, enjoy your walk. Yeah. I almost brought gloves myself. You are proposing to do as a solution. Oh, live vegan. Look at every option you have and live vegan. Stop seeing them as objects. Hey, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate? All right. Enjoy the walk. It's a really nice walk, actually. If you're used to the Pacific Northwest weather, it's quite nice. Thank you, Jason. Exactly. Watch Christspiracy. I'm pretty sure it's free now. They were charging for a little while, but I think enough vegans paid it forward for people to see. So just go to christspiracy.com and you should be able to watch it. Also, antianimaluse.org has it. So if you go to my website, antianimaluse.org, you'll see it. Yeah, so I'm not talking about your past decisions. I'm asking you, after learning that animals feel and that you don't need to use them in any way, what morally justifies you continuing to exploit them? Oh no, there goes my sign. And the wind, oh my God. Wow, that was wild. The wind just really took off. I don't really know how to put my sign in if it's just gonna fly away. I don't have a weight for it or anything. Just silly of me, to be honest. Maybe we'll do like that. And then we'll have like so. You're gonna see the screen bumping around. All right. There. Now it says live, and the wind can't do boot. Although it may take out my tripod. I don't know, guys. I might call it if I can't get anybody and the wind just fights me so hard. It's ridiculous. But I'm really excited. I want to say, I am so grateful for this group of people here, at least the vegans that support other activists. It's huge. Because of you guys, I was able to get this other microphone so that TikTok can watch and we can open up to more audience. We actually have another 65 people watching. To me, that's a huge deal. It's a lot more people hearing out, that veganism is this ethical stance against exploiting others, and that most people, I think, actually resonate with that principle. So thank you. Thank you all, really, both YouTube and TikTok. Thank you. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate? Yeah, all right. Well, I'll see you around. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, a lot of people walk their dogs here, and I feel like that's a great audience to talk to. It's cold. Even though we're Pacific Northwesterners, this is like the perfect weather for us. People typically are just like, I'm on my walk. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, so I know we talk about vegans and they shouldn't force their thoughts on others because that's not fair. But I'm not forcing anything. If anything, I'm just having conversations with people about how they're just not living in alignment with their own principles. But also, there's a victim involved, right? Like, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying, hey, there's a victim in your choice. What do you think is the right thing to do? You just said that we powerful shouldn't have the right to oppress. Why are you oppressing others? If you want respect, why aren't you respecting others that have similar capacities to feel and want to live another day? So who deems that someone is food and someone is a friend? Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to slow down here. Oh, I also have it only on top. Hold on. You guys are flying by. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to catch up with you. Hold on. Oh, wow. Thank you, Alex, for sending some sparkles. I appreciate you. Thank you. That was very sweet. I hit the wrong one, though. It's not what I wanted. I wanted all messages. Okay, cool. Oh, is Savvy here? What's up? Spooky. Good to see you. Pia, what's up? I see you. Nobody wants to talk to you, period. Well, I think these people do know what we're doing, so some of them might not want to talk to me. But at the same time, there's curious people that don't know, and they want to, be open with their neighbors. That's really what it is. These are my neighbors, right? I'm just out here to talk to my neighbors and make a society that I want to live in. And that's what you do when you see something wrong in society. You're like, hey, that's wrong. Why aren't my neighbors doing something different? I'm sure they understand the same thing. They know oppression is wrong. Discrimination based off of some arbitrary trait is wrong. I want to live in a world where that's okay. All these medical procedures, I just don't understand why you guys care how someone gets treated for their needs. Like, if you care, go talk to the doctors that do the treatment. Why are you talking to me? Yeah, we've got the trolls. Welcome, trolls. So, Veganstonerlady here. I'm out at Vancouver, Washington. I'm in the Waterfront Park. hoping to talk to some happy souls about their principles, their values, see if they live in alignment with them. And if not, at least talk to you guys in the audience and enjoy a really pretty view. I mean, even though it's overcast, it's really pretty out here, so. Oh, kind of crooked. It's a little better. Thank you guys. Yeah, make sure you're tapping, liking, sharing, interacting. Let's get as many non-vegans in here as possible to, understand what veganism is. Oh, I'm sorry. I see there's some arguments. AB is an argument for consistency, but I think it's admirable that she respects life. I guess I am respecting life. It's not so much life, it's more sentience. Yeah. What country are you from? It's not Merc is not free to express your own ideas. I'm in America. And even here sometimes it's not okay. Oh, we love sanctuaries. Yes. You are way too broke to ever have an impact. Yep, for no reason at all. What does my wealth have to do with anything? Yeah, I know I don't have a big megaphone. I can still speak up. Hey, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate? I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate? Just answer a few questions?
Social experiment.
Yeah. So
Like in, what are you social?
Oh,
in?
so social experiment just means challenging norms.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
I know what the norm is,
Yeah,
That's
shouldn't we ask?
Huh?
Shouldn't we ask why we do things and if it's good? And if it's not, we should
When you
change?
get to be my age, if you haven't figured that out, you probably didn't get this old.
Well, someone who, regardless of age, if they're doing something wrong, they should make change, right?
Well, no, yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's what we're talking about. But would you want to do an interview?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your walk.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. The best sanctuary to go to for marine life is Clearwater Marine Hospital. Oh, that's interesting. I like to watch like documentaries, or there's like cams that you can watch on YouTube or even on TikTok of wild animals in their natural habitat. Even fish, you can see fish swimming around. And I don't know, I find that much more nice because I know that they're okay. They're in their natural habitat. They're enjoying, whatever they want to do right then. So, a grouchy dude. I think he was just more like, I'm walking, I don't want to feel too inviting. Yeah, Vancouver is. It's cold though, I think. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. Would you be willing to answer a few questions? All right, no worries. Enjoy your day. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I did well to eat lots of junk food so that I got thick. I love the flavor of junk food like most people. I'm true American, but I actually do try to eat more of a whole food plant-based diet. I use the Dailey Dozen, Vegan Daily Dozen by nutritionfacts.org. So definitely check them out. They're also on antianimaluse.org. All these resources, like I said, will be on antianimaluse.org. I think the only resource that I haven't added is Animal Justice 21. So that's another resource if you want to reach out for community. Just have someone to talk to about how to live vegan and have a regular group to reach out to, to ask questions. Oh no, is it cutting out? Oh, okay. Stream is not cutting out here. Well, that's good. I don't have anything against you. I just don't like most vegans on the internet. Well, that's fine. You don't need to like the messengers. We're not out here for you to like us. We're here to bring up the point that animals are sentient and they feel. And if you got the message, that's fine. So now it's time to live vegan, right? That's it. You can ignore us now. Live vegan. Oops, it's not moving. Sorry, my bad. Oh. Jesus saves, so if you're going through depression, rage, trauma, blah, 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 yes. You can do that if you like. I'm not here to talk about religion. No excuse for animal abuse. Thank you. The future is vegan. Yas. I don't know why you're asking me about my sexuality. Are you trying to ask me out? Is that why you're asking? Curious. I'm taken, and I'm monogamous, so sorry, guys. Oh, thank you, Donna. Appreciate you. Oh my God, all the roses. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Like I said, that all goes towards stuff that helps me do more activism and reach more people. It helps us go to vigils. It helps us to, honestly, I haven't used it for parking, but that's what it would be most helpful for. Here in Portland and Vancouver area, it's like $3 an hour to park anywhere. It's expensive, and a lot of places are like limited. You can only be there for like a couple of hours. So yeah, it gets expensive. I will say, my whole team, we've struggled with that with anti-animal use. What sucks is like anti-animal use is harder to bring in money. Our accounts are allowed to now, but it's just so hard to be transparent and fair when money comes into a group. So that's why we haven't been accepting funds. But man, parking is a butt. How you treat animals is all we need to know about your ethics. Go vegan. Exactly. Yeah. Like, we're measured by how we treat the most vulnerable. And I would say that those animals we use are the most vulnerable, and we are not treating them right. And it shows that we're a callous, immoral society right now. We're not living by our values. We're living by what's told to us. Instead of asking questions, we just accept whatever is being told is normalized, But we know that we can change that. We're better than the past us. We can do better. We recognize when we're starting to do a pattern of ignoring someone's rights because we've learned from our lessons in the past. I want to hit your cake and sleep in it. I want to warm it with my banana. It sounds like Mr. T is sexually frustrated. If a vegan was starving and all they had was the option to take the life of an animal to eat, they would do it no question, because the animal will probably end up eating them as well. Survival situations are different. It's not about veganism. Veganism is about where practicable and possible. It's about as far as I absolutely can. You could justify almost anything in a survival situation. I could take the life of another human in a survival situation. It's not ideal. I would call it immoral still, but it's understandable, right? Just because you can use someone, though, in survival situations, that doesn't give you the right in the moments of abundance to then exploit them, right? Yes, other animals also grape each other. They unjustly unalive each other out of just competition, or boredom sometimes, out of play. Does that mean we should imitate those things as well because they're natural? Because other animals do this, now we should be able to do this? We left nature. It's not fair. We recognize that no one was treated fairly. So we decided to make a society that's based off fairness. And yes, it has problems, but we know how to make them better. So let's do it. Let's make that world we want to see and make it more fair for everybody. So I just want to be clear. I know I've been kind of a guff. I'm standing up for somebody's rights, and to hear people say it's okay to abuse them is hard. But I'm not here to fight you. I'm actually here to it's almost like a PSA. It's more for them, but it's also for you. Morally speaking, your zipper's down. Zip that shit up, It's time to be an adult. Time to take responsibility for your actions and recognize that you're part of this and that you can opt out. You don't have to be a part of it. You have been tricked into it. You don't have to use animals. We can thrive without it. We can have them as our neighbors instead. Yeah, I'm aware that crop farming is not perfect, but we can eliminate crop deaths in crop farming. You can't remove the exploitation from using animals. And if you're concerned about how crops are grown or the effects of growing crops, we would actually decrease how many crops we grow in a vegan world. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but that's what would happen because we feed so many plants to the animals you use. Awesome. I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you tap, share, like. Let's get some people in here. I have nobody here. Oh, hi. You're welcome to walk by. I often will try to cover the camera. This is what I go through all day, every day. Not anybody. Just read your comment. It just moved. Veganism comes from a place of privilege. Try teaching this to poorer countries. So what's funny is that you're saying I should only to privileged people. Where do you think I am? I'm in Vancouver, Washington. Aren't these the privileged people? What's your problem with me talking now? Right? And I would argue it's actually quite condescending and patronizing to say that poorer people can't have this conversation. That's you revealing how you feel about poor people. You're the one with the issue with people who are different, not me. I'm willing to talk to anybody, regardless of their obstacles, about veganism. Thank you. I like it too. Yeah, poaching is wrong, hunting is wrong, farming animals is wrong. All that's wrong. Unless you're hunting mushrooms, right? That's okay. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, if you can't be nice, you don't get to hang out. That's just the way it works. Okay. Oh, no. All right. Well, I'm going to jump down. I was trying to catch up. Y'all are talking to each other. Thank you, vegans, for talking to people. It really does help. I'm so sad that nobody wants to come talk to me. I bet you also it's kind of intimidating to talk to one person. Like if I had Pam's amazing. I loved it when Pam was here. She was amazing. She's got to do things. Like I got to do things. We got lives. I just loved having her. She's so good about getting people in. She's much more focused on that. I feel like I get distracted. And, it's the chat. Because we're also talking to you. You're important too. I do actually want to know. Hey, Jen. I'm doing well. How are you? So you'd rather have everyone go vegan and allow the extinction of farm animals. So it's not necessarily that they would go extinct. It's more like we wouldn't be breeding them anymore. I'm sure accidentally some of them just out of urges might mate and make babies, but they won't be at the numbers that they are now for sure. And even if they did go extinct, like what's wrong with that? As long as they got to live out their lives till their full end, right? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care if humans continue. I'm this, right? I'm not the conglomerate. I'm this. I mean, I care about others and their well-being, but I don't care about the human race continuing. That's not important. Taking the life of animals is wrong. Based on what moral standard? Death and suffering have been around for forever, since sentient life has existed. Yeah, God made everything, yet everything suffers and dies. What moral standard are you using? So what I'm saying is I'm sentient. I feel and I care about my experiences right now. And because of that, I don't want someone to come take my life. I don't want it to stop, right? I'm still looking forward to that next pleasurable interaction or experience. So what gives anyone the right to take that away from me right now? Regardless of who gives authority, I care about what happens to me, and that's what matters. You care about what happens to you. You should be respected because you are living. You're sentient. Not just living, but sentient. Ooh, the wind. Oof. So that's why it matters. And what really concerns me is they don't teach this in school, and they really should. It's actually quite embarrassing that most of us, especially in a privileged situation, don't understand why we respect each other, why we shouldn't be racist, why we shouldn't be sexist, why we shouldn't be homophobic, why we shouldn't be transphobic, right? Why we shouldn't discriminate others based off arbitrary traits. Because they're sentient. They care about what happens to themselves. That's all that matters, right? If I suddenly lost all my abilities to reciprocate morality, my abilities to do math, my abilities to talk even, right? I still want to be respected. I wouldn't want to be exploited, even if I'm unaware of it. So, and I think most of us feel that way. I think that we shouldn't do that to each other. We shouldn't exploit each other when we can avoid doing so. Why does sentience matter? Well, sentience means having the ability to experience life. You're literally experiencing emotions. So if someone has the capacity to suffer and feel joy, do they deserve moral consideration, or should we use them regardless? You should be vegan. Exactly. Awesome. I really appreciate y'all being here. So I'm going to say it again for those that maybe just popped in. We're in Vancouver, Washington, and we're at the waterfront park. We're asking people if they think they're fair or not fair. I haven't had a conversation, but there's those ladies over there were kind of curious. They were taking pictures of me, and they looked like they were standing there asking each other what they wanted to do. The other side is powerful versus powerless. This is the one I usually lean on. But I really want to try some new techniques. I want to ask people, I love how Chip just jumps into it sometimes. He's like, I'm an animal rights activist. Do you think that animals deserve the right to not be treated as objects? It's so straightforward, And I think that we can all agree, yeah, animals, especially around in this park where everyone's walking dogs, I think they all can agree that we shouldn't be exploiting other animals, especially when it's unnecessary, when we can avoid it. When you tell me that you're eating someone, you're just telling me your ego is bruised. That's all I see is weakness. You're crying out, you want my attention really badly. And I'm kind of confused on that. Yeah, oh, hey, what's up, Daniel? Yeah, I agree, Daniel. We shouldn't be allowed to take the life of animals just for pleasure. It's pretty sad and gross. I wouldn't want that done to me. or anyone I know. Oh, tap, 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 tap. Exactly. Thank you guys. Make sure you tap sharing. Let's get some peeps in here. Appreciate y'all. I'm Veganstonerlady out in Vancouver, Washington, at the waterfront park, enjoying watching the squirrels eat. You guys want to see? I don't know if I can try to zoom in, but I don't think this side of the camera has that capability. Oh, turn it a little bit there. There, you can kind of see them. They're so cute. Little fluff butts digging up the grass. Oh my gosh, it's too much face. There we go. So yeah, exactly. Squirrels are tasty. Yeah, okay. Exactly. Does someone being tasty mean that it's okay to exploit them and use them? Yeah, when you use bees are a little harder to see. I know a lot of people don't really know why vegans don't eat bees. So there's welfare issues. Bees do have things that happen to them when they're farmed, like their wings are clipped, their autonomy is violated. Queens are often artificially inseminated, which means they hold open their thorax with tweezers, and then they use a little pipette to squeeze in drone semen. And to get their own semen, they have to squish, I think it's something like 6 to 20 bees. I need to verify that. I think it's 6 to 20. So they squish them to death to get their semen out, and they put that in the pipette to artificially inseminate her. They clip her wings so she doesn't hive somewhere else. She doesn't fly somewhere else and take the group with her. And they'll often replace the queen every other year, if not every year. But again, those aren't even the main issues. That's just from the mindset of viewing someone as a something. Those things just happen, right? You're going to start making things curated so that your production is more streamlined. The issue is you're seeing someone as a product, or at least as a free laborer. You're using bees in their free labor to get honey. And it takes a bee its whole life to make 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey. So you're relying on slave labor to make your honey, when who does a bee make honey for, right? They make it for their colony, for their families, for their friends, not for you. Exactly. The best way to reduce crop deaths is to live vegan, because we feed most of the plants to other animals. But let's say that wasn't the case. Let's say it was actually better for the environment and crop deaths that we use other animals. Does something bad happening over here, let's say I don't know, let's say something bad happens to humans over here, does that mean that I have the right to go schmurder people? No, of course not. Even if me schmurdering them reduced whatever this accidental death is happening, that still doesn't make schmurder moral, which is the point. Just because, accidental death happens in crop deaths doesn't give you the right to enslave someone who wasn't even part of those crop deaths. And in fact, you have to have more crop deaths to feed them. But sorry, I'm just going in circles. But the point is, the morality is around the individual being enslaved. If I can avoid demanding someone's exploitation, I will, because that's what I would want done if I was being exploited. Let's see, where are we at in time? We're at 43. Maybe we'll give it another 15 minutes, and then we might just call it there, just because nobody wants to talk. But the weather is getting quite nice. I don't know. Part of me also wants to wait it out. More people are walking around. Make sure we're tapping, sharing. Let's get some peeps in here. Maybe we can have a conversation just outside together, you and I. Also, her hair dye is a product of animals. I don't dye my hair. This is just my hair. I have tried to dye it in the past. I used to make it multicolor, and all the dyes were vegan. I don't remember the brands right now. It was years ago, but I know they were vegan. She freaks out on people on the streets when they disagree with her. I will freak out if they say human slavery is moral, or if they just die on the hill that animals and humans are different and can't explain why, and just say, oh, they're different. Because that's literally, you're just saying that they're not in my group, and that really frustrates me. Yeah, I agree, Draculum. I don't really care for people preaching their religion. So what's confusing to me when it comes to religion, it's why do you care about my soul, right? I understand you caring about your soul. Fine, that's cool. But why do you care about my soul? What does that do for you? Whereas when I'm talking about veganism, I'm not talking about you and your needs. I'm talking about your victim's needs. Yeah, we don't need honey. Honey. We can make our own honey. They make there's a delicious apple honey you can make. Just look up the recipe. Literally, just boil down apples with some sugar or whatever sweetener you want, and oh god, it tastes just like honey. You can add a little vanilla if you want. Delicious. Yeah, thanks. It has its pros and cons. Yeah, it runs in our family to have long hair, so. Plants have feelings too, prove me wrong. Debunking a myth, plant consciousness, goes over the last 50 years of studies that looked at plant sentience. They've concluded that plants are not sentient. You need a brain and a central nervous system. So that, and the evidence for who is sentient is the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness and the New York Declaration of Consciousness. Talk about you need a brain and a central nervous system in order to express sentience. Hi, do you want to be interviewed? I'm doing a social experiment.
I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Enjoy your walk. Are you another live? I'm confused. Yes, this is live. I'm live Veganstonerlady here in Vancouver, Washington at the waterfront park. I am here terrifying my neighbors into talking to me about their ethics. And yeah, enjoy your walk. I mean, that's fine that trees sleep, but what does that have to do with your decision to use other animals, right? I don't believe that they sleep. Maybe they have some kind of rhythm, but they're literally just bumping into stimuli. There's no evidence that they are sentient like animals and humans. We know other animals are sentient, so why not respect their rights, right? First it was sentience, now it's breeding. So would tell people to stop having children? No. I'm saying we should stop breeding animals, and part of that comes from not seeing them as a something, right? So that their sentience is what matters on why we shouldn't breed them. I don't know why that's really that hard to understand. Sentience is the ability to experience life, to have emotions. So you can only experience that if you have a brain or a central nervous system to express sentience and make preferences. Yeah, I don't care if you draw me, that's fine. Yeah, I'm totally cool with you drawing me. I used to be in drawing classes too. Oh, somebody's not happy over there. Are we sure that chip guy is sentient? Yeah, definitely. Females go into heat so they breed naturally. Yeah, but you don't need to exploit that family. You don't need to use their baby. You don't need to take their life. You don't need to do anything. But I would argue that someone who puts animals in their backyard and just allows them to keep procreating is just like a puppy mill, right? You have a responsibility to take on those animals and care for them and protect them. They will have urges, and you might have to protect them from that. And that's okay that they have urges, but you're the one in control, right? You need to be the responsible steward, not just be like, oh, I can't eat them, so I just let them hurt themselves. Like, that's silly. That's not fair. That's not right. It's just like taking a dog and letting him out in the forest. That's not right. You took on the responsibility to care for them. Yeah, so it's not even just about what you consume. It's about what you wear, what you do for entertainment, right? Do you go to the zoo, the aquariums? Do you go to circuses, where they use animals? Do you think it's fair to those animals when you see them in that situation? Do you think that they like it? Right? What about vivisection? Do you think that we should be testing on animals when we have other technologies that prove to be better? Do you think we should raise animals purely for their fur, skin, scales, feathers? Not to eat them, but to just pull things off of them. Would that be fair? So why is it fair when we use them for food when we don't need to? Right? Hi, do a social experiment. You want to participate?
I don't have time, so.
All right. You're doing a protest in England to free the beagles? That's fantastic. Yes. Sahar. Sahar. I didn't put emphasis on the H there. Sahar. Yes. That's beautiful. Thank you. We need more people active like that. Like all the vegans that are in here, appreciate you. Being active in here is so good. If you can, try to make posts, share someone else's post, make comments, go into other activist posts and talk to the trolls or the people in there. Don't waste your time with trolls. But with people who have genuine questions, answer the questions, I have free range cattle and put a few bulls in with them, and they only breed with the female when the female is ready. Yeah, but you're doing that in order to make more cows. You're not doing it because they have needs, right? And they don't need to procreate. You benefit from them procreating. You could protect them from that, right? There are sanctuaries that don't have this issue. You can have them together and still protect them from that. Yeah, but the alligator needed their skin more. Going to Marshall's tomorrow. Let's go. Yes. Species would go extinct without hunting licensure. Yes, because humans would wipe them out. But we don't need to do it even to one individual. That's the point. Because they care about what's happening to themselves. Breeding cows is messed up. Yeah, breeding anyone, honestly, is disgusting and really messed up. Thank you. Yeah, share, like, interact. Thank you guys for being here. Let's make sure we get some non-vegans in here, answer some questions. They actually do need to procreate to not go extinct. They don't need to. Breed and killing plants for food is just as messed up. No, plants don't care. They literally don't have a preference. A lion benefits from antelope procreating. Yeah, so you don't need to be a predator. You don't need to rely on predating on vulnerable beings. You can eat plants. Okay, so when you tell me you're eating someone, you're just telling me again that your fifis are hurt. And you have to try to make me hurt just as much as I hurt you. It's very childish. Oh, I'm gonna punch you. You made me feel bad because of my own actions. I called females in heat. I don't control that. Yes, you do. If I had a bunch of dogs and the female goes in heat, am I not responsible for her getting pregnant? Or should someone who has dogs just be like, oh, I can't help it. They're just out there mating. That's so stupid. We did the largest campaign about fixing your companion animals. How could we not do that with the other domesticated animals? For their own sake, right? It's in their best interest. That's why I think we should do that. How is breeding plants okay? Because they're not sentient. They don't have a brain or a central nervous system. They literally don't care. I like that Richard says I have a septum ring, but then proceeds to write a book in the chat about how he doesn't care. I think you do care, bud. Your emotions are showing. Okay, I'm going to jump down to the bottom. Do you want to participate and do a social experiment? Okay, all right. Hi, baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, looked like he was curious, like he wanted to come up to me. Humans are also made of meat. Exactly. Should we consume humans and farm them? They taste like bacon, right? Oh my gosh. Let's see. How's everyone doing in here? Sentience is the ability to experience life, to have subjective emotions like suffering and joy. So that's what sentience means. Sapience is the ability to think about thoughts, right? It's a little more complicated. You know, we can weigh things out. There might be a little more of different levels or in different subjects, right? Plants can influence by music. Yes, those studies haven't been replicated reliably, though. Vegan is the only way out. It does not require compassion to leave animals alone. Agreed. Why is vegans here so aggressive? Oh, we're defending someone's rights. Yeah, I know, right? It's really nice of you. Hi, doing a social experiment. You want to answer a few questions?
Sorry, I'm on the phone right now.
Okay. All right. Enjoy your walk. Thank you. Yeah, it's really nice of you. In fact, we have the bridge over this way, too. Right here's the bridge. And that's how you get to Portland. Although I will say that bridge sucks. It is a nightmare. I do not like it. A lot of traffic. I really want to know if these dog owners, how they feel about oppression. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to answer a few questions? Okay. It is 1:07 where I'm at. I was hoping to go until about 3 o'clock. I don't know. We'll see. I have a lot more people walking by, but everyone's still saying no. We've been going for almost an hour. Usually we get more people. I like to garden every day. I am one that loves to participate in gardening. Gardening, by the way, is a special word on TikTok. So, yeah. To answer someone's question. Yeah, actually, it's 92.2 billion animals, land animals. And it's all those raised for, it's not even including the ones that don't make it to the slaughterhouse, that are taken because they're too small or they're sick or there's too many of them or they can't sell them, etc. That's not even including them. And then if you include marine life, it goes into the trillions. So we're like wiping out more animals every year than ever existed in human populations. Like, no, if you take the whole entire existence of humans and count every human that's ever existed, it doesn't even equal that 92.2 billion. So we're wiping out, the entire existence of humans on this planet every year in animal populations. You can stop. You don't have to be a part of that. Yeah, you don't need to apologize to us. Do something. This is your sign to take action and do something. Go vegan right now. You don't need to tell others. You don't need to stand on the street like I am. You just need to go vegan. Change your actions. Move your hand, right? That's how we all started. We worked on our own actions first, and then we realized that change wasn't happening enough by being an influence. So we started to speak up, because that's what I would want if I was being oppressed. Yeah, W gardening. Yeah, exactly. What about their body, their choice? Yeah. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know what? And Daniel's right. Using animals is definitely way worse for the environment. But even if it was better for the environment, I'd still advocate for veganism, because I don't want to be enslaved just to better the environment. That's not fair. I don't care about the environment that much. My rights matter more than that, right? It goes the rights of sentient beings and then environment down here. So let's be clear about our priorities. Yeah, I eat vegan meat and I'm happy. I don't have to exploit someone else to be happy. Actually, that kind of reminds me of the Trolls movie, because I forgot what the bad guys are called, but they have to eat trolls in order to feel happy. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate? Okay. All right. Enjoy your walk. Oh my gosh, these squirrels. I can't get over how cute they are. They run with their tails straight up. Oh, so cute. Yeah, nose ring theory for the win. Talk about, if nose ring theory is saying you should respect others that have the capacity to suffer, then hell yeah, nose ring theory. Thank you guys for hitting that heart. Thank you for liking. Thank you for being here. I'm Veganstonerlady. We're out in Vancouver, Washington at the waterfront park, and we're going to try to ask some people about their morals. Yeah, see, when you pierce someone else's nose, that's rude. That's mean, right? If someone did this to me without my consent, that would be immoral. But I chose to do this, right? I knew the consequences of it. I fully knew what I was doing. I could opt out before it happened. I can even take it out now if I want, right? But when you do that to somebody else, they don't get those options. So that's why you're the cruel one when you do that. Yeah, I agree. A loser hurts others on purpose. My real name is Anna, but on here I like to go by VSL or Veganstonerlady. But if someone calls me Anna, that's fine. I'll respond. Vegan because I wouldn't want dogs to be abused. Oops, sorry. Want dogs to be abused more any other animal. Yeah, I don't want any animals to be abused as a vegan. Vegans are awesome. Yes, we are. Nice to meet you too, Hornet. Go vegan if you're not. Farming equipment? Yeah, so there's actually places there are programs in place for farmers to transition away from using animals and still utilize their equipment and their land if they wanted to. There's Viva Farming, there's Transfarmation, and there's the Ranchers Advocacy Program, which is my favorite. That one's by Renee from Rad Girl Sanctuary. Do I know? Yeah, there's no vegans that I know that lack protein. And if anybody does, it's often because they're actually not eating enough. And that's understandable if you don't know how to eat, but you want to respect animals. I can see that being a problem. But what I would do is Google it. How do I get all my needed nutrition, right? Get a blood test done, go talk to a dietitian, because I still don't. I know that I can thrive without using animals. I just made a mistake. So just gotta figure out how to get over that obstacle. How would I feel if I lost the ability to talk? I mean, I'd be sad, but I would learn sign language. I still want to be respected. You only have rights to your own body, not others. Exactly. So what about the animals, right? Hey, Chip, what's up? Good to see you in here. How long you been vegan? I've been vegan 10 years. Yeah. And I actually went plant-based thinking I was vegan even before that. But, oh, hey, what's up, Vegan Heretic? I see you. What's up? Yeah, so, I mean, even if I'd only been vegan for a month, I've heard of advocates only being vegan for a couple of days and they already get out there. It's because once you realize what's wrong and you're like, oh my God, how is nobody else taking action and like making change? That's how I felt when I first learned about it. I immediately turned to my friends and was like, holy crap, look at this. Like, did you know that we're supporting this? And they actually came to me and were like, I didn't know and I don't want to support that. And then some of them did. They went back to it because they wanted to socialize with other people that were still brainwashed. So that does happen. It feels like the Matrix in that sense. That guy that's like, I want to take the pill so that I don't remember anything and I'm wealthy and all that stuff. Put me back in. That's what non-vegans that are in the chat here remind me of. The ones that fight the hardest remind me of that guy that wants to go back into the Matrix. Did I get run out of Portland? No, the Vancouver Park is just closer to me. So when I'm doing just VSL lives, I might just come here. Although, like I said, it's so cold now and the wind keeps blowing. They even have the fountain going over there. Like, I didn't expect that. Yeah, you don't need to be racist. Unnecessary. So, veganism is this ethical stance against the exploitation of other sentient beings, against other animals. I think that humans can thrive without exploiting others, and we should. And, oh wow, that train is so loud. It's a passenger train. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It sounds like thunder. So many people obsessed with me. Yeah, I don't know, right? I know, I haven't even gotten a conversation yet. Nobody wants to talk to me. But, you know, we've been having a good conversation here in the chat. So veganism, this ethical stance against the exploitation of others, right? I don't want to demand others be used for me if I can avoid demanding it. And I think that other people should also respect other sentient beings because they would want to be respected. It's this kind of world we all want to live in. So, hi. Hey. How you doing today? We had the conversation before. Hi. Doing a social experiment? You want to answer a few questions? All right. Enjoy your walk. Thank you guys for sharing. Appreciate that. Make sure you like and comment. I want to hear your thoughts. Can you add me as a guest so I can talk to you about being vegan? No, I'm outside and I wouldn't be able to actually hear you very well. And plus, my microphone messes up the audio. So it would echo a lot. Thank you. I'm okay with it, Anna. It's a pretty common name. We out touching grass. Yeah, Keith, we are. Good to see you. Thank you for the hearts. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah, we're out here touching grass. The sentient grass, mind you. Let's see. Okay, thank you. Yo, what's up? Mason, PJ. Car? I don't know what you mean by car. Damn, Chip, 250 grams of protein just today. Well done. If you're not following that Chip guy, you should go follow him. He loves to lift, so he's like ripped, but also he does this, and he's actually much more active. There's a lot more people in his area. I need to find a more touristy area, I think. Friday, when it's like 60 degrees Fahrenheit here. People aren't out and about. But when the sun is out, oh, I get lots of conversations. So I think my neighbors really respond to the sun. But definitely go follow that Chip guy. He's amazing. Great outreacher. In fact, I was just watching, Chip, I was just watching your live this morning because I sleep in now, so I don't see it until later. Oh my God, these birds. They're doing mating dances. It's so cute. They're like purring at each other. And then they're like shaking their feathers around. It's really cute. You can't really see them though because they're in the grass. What's up, Cooper? Good to see you. Oh my God, everyone cool. What's up? Now we've had all the cool people here. It's the other cool people. Allison, Navia, you've been here actually a minute. I didn't say hi. What's up? Awesome. Appreciate y'all being here. That's very sweet of you to preemptively donate a kidney. Wow, thank you. The future is vegan. Oh my God, all those roses. Thank you. How come I can't? So when I'm out on mobile, how do I look at what has been donated to me? That's crazy that I can't see. I don't know where to do. I don't want to click on anything. I'm so scared. What's that? No, maybe. Oh man. Well, I appreciate the future is vegan. Thank you for all those roses. Holy moly. Oh my God, Key, thank you for the Go Popular. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Make sure we got everything right. Jake, you sent a star. Thank you so much. You guys, I just want you to know that I haven't been transparent, and I need to be transparent with my funding, but I did, because of you, I've been able to buy this microphone, and I've been able to get out of a parking garage because of you guys. So I really do appreciate y'all. Your funding, and the parking garage was for an outreach event. So I went to an outreach event and I forgot my other debit card. So luckily you guys had donated, so I was able to get out of there. So thank you so much. And I'll figure out some way to just post what I've purchased so far so that everyone can see where it's going. But it will always go to activism. So I really want to thank you guys a lot. This is because of you. It's me, Clavity, by the way. Oh, okay. Good to see you. See, sorry, there's a sticker covering your words. There we go. A vegan is doing a social experiment about morals and respect charity thoughts. Oh, it's the AI summary. I thought that was a comment. That's funny. I've never seen that before. Oof. Yeah, be careful. Don't hurt yourself. So I'm Veganstonerlady. I'm out here in beautiful Vancouver, Washington. The sun is starting to peek through a little bit. I see it's still overcast. There's still more blue sky than before. But we're at the waterfront park, and it's actually not cold at all. Like, I don't know, it's maybe like 60 degrees. The wind is blowing. But I've seen a couple people walking their dogs and just enjoying the day. Nobody really willing to talk, but I think it's because they know why we're here. We've been here a couple of times, so I need to find another spot. But yeah, Vancouver, Washington. I want to know why people aren't vegan, why they're not living in their values. And until we do get that official conversation going, I want to know why you're not vegan. If you're in the chat and you're vegan, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. I'd like to know what kind of spread we've got here. And then if you're not vegan, but you're kind of curious about veganism, put a 2. And if, you're a troll or whatever, you can put a 3 or whatever you want, I guess. Kind of get an idea of who's in here. Yas, let's go vegans. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, I got to do the puzzle piece. There we go. Had to make sure I'm still here, I guess. All right. All right, so we got some spreads. All right, we got a lot of vegans, though. What's up? Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate your support. What kind of creature are you supposed to be? A human? A vegan human? Yeah, you can eat vegan meat for life, right? That's okay. You just don't need to use someone. Does taste pleasure justify violence against animals? How about for dogs? It's a good question. Anna's a bot. This is actually an AI avatar. Actually, so since I don't have anyone to talk to right now, what do you guys think of this? I was considering, I pulled out my old VR system, and it actually has like some tracking for the eyes, and I think it does the face. So if I did something like that, do you think that would be received well? Like if I came as an avatar and then people could come ask me questions? I don't know if I can play games while I'm doing it, but When we became a criminal for eating meat, when we had no knowledge, no farming, we used to hunt and eat meat. So I'm not talking about your past actions. I'm saying from here on out, what stopped you from living vegan, right? What justifies continuing to exploit others when we don't need to today, regardless of what had to happen in the past? If dogs were tasty, would it be acceptable to kill and eat dogs? It's a good question. Only 100 minutes left to amend my grocery order. The pressure is becoming unbearable. May have to bail. I mean, just get plant-based stuff. Let's see. This is the We the Free Cow VR footage, also very powerful. Yeah, so my only concern is my VR, I don't know, there's a lot of sticky fingers around here. I don't know, I'm really scared that someone will just walk away with it. That's my only concern. I do agree, though. I actually have that footage that you sent me, Chip, a while ago, because that's what I was planning on doing, but it just didn't come through because I was really worried. There's a lot of desperate people, so I don't want to I'm not trying to blame them. I'm trying to say that there's a lot of people that are just unpredictable right now, and I just don't want to give them the opportunity to feel like they need to take advantage of it. I'm just kind of scared that they'll take that. Yeah, so it's not about if someone has nutrition in their body. It's that their body they need to use while they're alive. And when you take their life, they can't live anymore. They wanted to live. That would be interesting for VR. Okay. Not something that you're interested in, I take it. Who thought he was a lion? Moose who thought he was a lion. Is that a book? I don't know what that is. Read the room and acknowledge your privilege. Are you talking to yourself? Because I would say that those that have rights over others' autonomy have privilege, right? You're literally demanding what happens to somebody else's body, someone you don't even know, for your pleasure, right? I'd say that's privilege, and you should get that checked, right? You should change that. You shouldn't take advantage of other people's bodies like that. Plants have life, so we are hurting them? No, plants are not sentient. Oh, my fingers are actually kind of numb now. Why? Mushrooms are not sentient. That's silly. Animals aren't humans. Humans are animals, though, right? Humans are actually apes. We're another type of animal, just another species. No animals, no two individual humans are even the same. So, who cares if someone's in your group? Doesn't somebody having the ability to suffer or the capacity to experience suffering and joy, don't they deserve moral consideration, right? Don't their preferences matter? The fact that they want to avoid harm and keep living, have that next positive experience. Gardening, woo! Oops. Sorry, sometimes the chat. Make sure y'all tapping, sharing, and interacting. My food eats your food. Yeah, so you don't need to do that. I know that you're probably a child. Are humans morally superior than non-human animals? It's not about whether I find them superior or not. It's about the fact they have the capacity to suffer. Does someone having the capacity to suffer, make preferences, have do they deserve moral consideration? I think about it this way. If AI becomes conscious and far superior to us, what reason would they have to keep us around? If we can't respect animals, how can we expect AI to respect us? I agree, exactly. We should treat others the way we want to be treated in case some superior being comes along, right? Yes, I support people getting medical procedures that they need and that they talk about with their doctor. I'm eating tofu while watching. Yas, you tops. Is it raw or is it fried? What is it? Vegans suffer nutrition deficiencies. Well, so do non-vegans. I think it's something like, I don't know, a big majority of at least even just the US are deficient in something. A lot of times it's fiber, but a lot of vitamins too, because they don't pay attention to what they're eating. They eat out of habit, tradition, and taste pleasure. So, if you want to know how to eat, go to antianimaluse.org and go click on the Vegan Dailey Dozen. Go to the resources. It says Go Vegan. Click on Go Vegan. Go to the resources, and you'll see nutritionfacts.org. You can just go nutritionfacts.org. Look up Vegan Dailey Dozen. And you'll see how you can get everything you need in a day. Whole foods. Yeah, all the vitamins are only taken by vegans. No non-vegan took a vitamin ever in their life. No, never. It's never been recommended that everybody take a multivitamin just to be healthy. Never. Never has that been recommended in the history of man. Never. Yeah, you should go vegan for the animals because they want to live. They want to experience life. They don't want to become the object that you use to get pleasure from. It's that simple. I'm going to drop this down. Humans are animals, exactly. All right, I'm going to drop down. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, it went down fast. I was trying to answer each question, and the chat just kept blowing. I honestly cannot find slow mode. I was trying to find that the other day, and someone was like, use it. And I'm like, I don't know where that is. I literally don't know where that is. Like, I saw that you could set it when you're on the desktop, but I cannot find it for the chat, or mobile, I should say. Everyone's so avoiding me. I might go another 30 minutes. Let's go another 30 minutes, guys. So why aren't you vegan, right? Tell me why you're not vegan. Thank you, Sarah. She sent Go Popular and finger hearts. Thank you, Sarah. Win vegans. Yas. Dubs in the chat for Sarah on TikTok. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. Mushrooms are not sentient. They don't have a brain or central nervous system. Lab-grown meat is not necessary. We have plants already. They provide everything we need to thrive. Exactly. That's all we need right now. It's what we have. I'm not vegan because I'm from South Africa. There's actually a lot of vegan groups in South Africa. I urge you to look them up. Go on Google, look up vegan South Africa. You will find groups, I promise. See, steak is best medium rare. You can eat a vegan steak in any manner you want. Predators have a brain and a central nervous system and are sentient, but they won't give to eat if you have given the chance. Yeah, but you're not that, right? You're not a predator. You're a human who can weigh out what's right and wrong. That's the difference. You have options. You have grocery stores. Thoughts on Mike Burgundy? He's a great animal rights activist. I appreciate his work. He does a lot of activism for a lot of different things. So yeah, I like Mike Burgundy. Drop this down. Hi. Doing a social experiment? You want to participate?
Oh, thank you.
Oh no! that wind. You guys have a good day. Hi. Watermelon steak is the best. I don't know about that. That's fine though. You can have that opinion. I don't know. I just don't know about it for me. Does spamming meat emojis do anything? No. Anybody who spams, like, knock them out. Not knock them out. I mean, like, take them out of the chat, not knock them out. Oh my God. A vegan advocating for violence. Wow. Mushrooms are carnivorous. Oyster mushrooms are carnivorous. They are not, actually. I'm pretty sure they're grown off of, like, either sawdust or wood chips or straw even. Mushrooms can break down a lot of stuff, though, if that's what you mean. So you don't need to grow oyster mushrooms on flesh. I am a farmer and I do enough for the animals. Why would I go vegan? I would say if you're farming animals, you're exploiting them. You're not doing anything for them. You're just enslaving them, right? If I had a bunch of human slaves, right, and I gave them an allowance even and allowed them to go out into the city and buy things, but they had to come back to me. They're my slaves. They had to do what I wanted them to do. It doesn't matter the welfare. I'm exploiting them. I'm using them. I'm enslaving them. That's not right. So if you want to do the right thing, become a sanctuary. Stop selling them. Stop making a profit off them. See them as the beings they are and care for them like they're your companions. If you believe in the Abrahamic faith, then I would urge you to go watch Christspiracy. It talks about how Jesus and how other religions actually are for animal rights more than you know. Under what condition is it okay to eat meat? The same condition that it's okay to eat human. So you don't believe in human rights. I do. Oh, sorry, Ginger. You're talking to somebody else. I got it. Exactly. If you don't believe in human rights, I don't even know where to go from there. Like, if you think that you should be respected, why wouldn't you want to respect others? You know, it's more about our similarities, not our differences. Just because you and I might look different, come from different places, have different parents, think about different things, those reasons aren't reasons to discriminate between each other in a harmful manner. Those, if anything, it's our similarities that we should be considering about how to respect each other. Oh, you care about what's happening to you. I shouldn't harm you. I should avoid anything that would, if I can. When was the last time you ate meat? 10 years ago. Actually, probably longer than that because I was vegetarian. So it was 2011 when I stopped consuming the flesh of others. Oh, 6-7, there it is. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. Yeah, eat your vegan meat. Eat your seitan, your tofu, your soy curls, your soy chunks, whatever. Your beans, your legumes, your pastas, your grains. Get your protein. Hi. I'm doing an interview. You want to be interviewed? Okay. Everybody's on a call. Yeah, so why aren't you vegan? That's what I want to know. I'm here to ask, why are you not vegan? It doesn't matter if mushrooms are carnivorous. We can eat things that, come from the earth that don't need a passed away individual. We can make we can farm actually called veganically. Look that up. Vegan heretic. Jesus didn't give us fish so we could ignore compassion. He fed hungry people in a specific moment. The question is not that we have a choice. Why choose harm when we can choose mercy? Very well put, vegan heretic. I like that. Such a good point. Why would anybody who wants to have a peaceful world advocate for violence? Don't animal abuse supporter, it's not right. Yeah, don't support animal abuse. It doesn't matter if humans are considered a predator. Do you really want to wear that label, right? Like when humans call each other predators, it's not a term of endearment. It's a term of, you're a risky individual. There's a chance that you will hurt us. Let me fix my little fluff. It is cheaper being vegan. Yeah, so I don't demand that bees actually pollinate my crops. I do understand that that is part of some of the crop farming, but most of that is actually used for the animals that you use. Some of those grains actually need to be pollinated. So the bees from the honey industry are rented out to these farms. So it's not actually vegans demanding it, it's non-vegans demanding it. And if we stopped breeding bees into existence, we wouldn't have to worry about the decline of natural native pollinators, which is what happens when you introduce domesticated bees to the area. They are very efficient. They've been bred to overproduce now, just like dairy cows. And they're very good at getting all the food in the area. So all the native pollinators die out or move away. So if your hive ever goes away, you've now lost all pollination. So that's the issue with bees. Not only are we hurting our environment, but you're enslaving somebody. But yeah, vegans don't want to use bees. We can use other technologies. Oh, thank you. Did somebody send me the heart? Oh, wow. Sarah, thank you. You always help me meet my goal. I only put that there because I thought that would help invite people to come, into the chat. So thank you for doing that. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. You establish class consciousness? Soy may affect testosterone. I tried telling my cousin, but he won't listen. Soy does not affect it'll in a positive way. I've heard that those that eat more soy actually have higher testosterone. Plants are not sentient, exactly. Try go hunting for animals and tell me what's harder, buying a pound of tofu at the grocery store or beaten through the woods and harvesting wild animals to eat that you have to butcher. Yeah, I'd say the animals are harder, but again, it's more about that the deer wanted to live, right? What evidence do you have of the planet bees? Yeah, I missed that one. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to participate?
No. Catch those girls coming down the way. They'll help you.
Oh, okay. Catch them.
They're with me.
Okay. No, soy does not reduce testosterone. It actually, those that eat a more balanced diet and eat soy show to have more testosterone. So soy is actually quite healthy for you. How do I decide where to go? Wherever I can legally stand and that there's a good amount of foot traffic. So I have to do a lot of Googling. Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. Would you like to participate? No? All right. He was trying to set you up for it.
That's why he's looking at it.
That's exactly why he's looking at you. Enjoy your walk. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, almost got one. Yeah, do a nice juicy vegan steak. Meaty has a great one made out of mushroom root. It's just mycelium. So good with mashed potatoes. Oh, my partner makes that meal for me and it's so good. He's been spoiling me lately. We had vegan pizza last night. Always makes a good pot of beans. Oh my God, so many good things. I can't even remember the last thing we ate. What was it? I can't remember, Ian. What was the last thing we ate? Besides the pizza. There was something else we got that was really good. Oh, it was oh, it was face plant. Oh, I love face plant. Just say pizza. Pizza. Yeah, we had vegan pizza. It was by Secret Pizza Society. Oh my God, their pizzas are so good. And we usually try to get the gluten-free ones just because we think we have a sensitivity, but we don't know. But we got the gluten-y ones. Oh, those are so buttery and delicious. So good. And all vegan, 100%. Not today. Hi, do you want to participate in a social experiment? Okay. It's getting warmer though, so that's why I feel like people might talk. I just want to stay longer in case they do. You're dedicated, have a glutton? I don't know what that means. Can I eat fish? Of course I can. I don't want to because if I was the fish, that's what I want my oppressor to do, is leave me alone. Exactly, Cooper, thank you. You don't need fish, exactly. I saw a shirt that said, you can eat tofu, Karen, and it had a fish on there. It's pretty funny. Hi! We're doing a social experiment. You want to participate?
Oh, thank you.
All right, enjoy your walk. Yeah, thanks. Like, look at that view. It's so gorgeous out there. There's even like this little bench over here to sit on. It's quite pretty out, I must say. I must. I got muted. I'm not muted. Oh, you're talking to somebody. Am I muted? Can you hear me? It says my microphones are working. Yeah, it's a nice river. I think it's the Columbia. And then the Willamette is down that way. Or is this the Willamette? I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is the Columbia River. I always mix up the Willamette and Columbia. The Willamette comes from the Columbia River. So, okay, cool. Thank you. I am vegan. Why aren't you vegan? Veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation. Thank you, PJ. I appreciate you. Is against the exploitation of other sentient beings. So I don't want to demand other animals be enslaved because I, as another animal, don't want to be enslaved. Just because I might be different from you, that doesn't give you the rights over my autonomy, over my body. Pre-recorded. It's not pre-recorded. What does it matter if I was trans or not? Who cares, right? That's none of your business, right? Vegans hate religion but want to convert us to veganism. Yeah, so it's more like you already have vegan values. You're just being a hypocrite, not living in alignment with them. So I'm sure you agree that if I had a dog here, because there's so many dogs being walked, if there was a dog here and I was like, you know what? I get a lot of exercise and it's a tradition in my family to just kick a dog, right? Just for the pleasure of it, for the exercise. Look at that range of motion I have. Yeah, it's from my family's genetics, our traditions. So do you think that it's moral for me to kick dogs because it's my tradition and I get benefits from it? I would imagine you would say no. And that's the way it is with all animals that we used. Yeah, so do you want to be enslaved, right? Whether or not you perceive us as currently being enslaved, do you think that's right? Or should it stop? Yeah, did someone force you? It's so funny. People are like, oh, you're forcing me. You cannot change the meat industry while we live under a free market capitalism. First of all, it's not free market. They get subsidies. They're given so much free money regardless of if we buy their products, but they do decrease how many individuals they breed into existence if there's no demand. So we do actually make a huge difference. This is my number one problem with vegans. So veganism is not about fully dismantling a system. It's saying, I don't want to support that system. That's all it is. I don't want to support that. Regardless of the effects me abstaining has, I don't want to support that. That's all it is. And the benefit is that collectively we can make a difference. Hi, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? All right, enjoy the day. Hi, I'm doing interviews. You want to be interviewed?
I don't think so. Thank
Okay, enjoy the weather. The sun's coming out. It's getting...
Yeah. For what? That must be political.
Oh, no, it's not. It definitely sounds that way, but it's more about animals.
Oh.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, respecting them. So the YouTube is same name, Veganstonerlady. I'm Veganstonerlady. You can call me Anna, call me VSL, call me Veganstonerlady. Just out here, the sun's starting to come out. Oh, love that sun. Yes. So the sun's coming out. People are walking. Maybe we get a conversation. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Veganstonerlady, both on YouTube and TikTok. First time ever. I don't think anybody on TikTok is doing stuff like this, actually. So we need more people to do this. Well, that's fine. I don't care about your urges. Hi.
Hello.
I'm doing interviews. You guys want to be interviewed?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is it quick?
Yeah, like 5-10 minutes.
Can we do 5?
Yeah, I can try to keep it 5.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I am live. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Ooh. Sorry. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, let me stand over here and make sure that we're in.
Who am I live with?
I'm Veganstonerlady. We're on YouTube and TikTok. And actually, I can give you a card so you can find the live later. It is listed on the website there, antianimaluse.org.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm just asking people if they think they're fair or not fair. Do you think that somebody who has like an advantage, like strength, or they're wealthy, or maybe they're really intelligent, do you think that advantage gives them the right to use or exploit those that don't have that advantage?
Very broad.
I'll just hold.
Oh, very broad question.
Yeah. I mean, we can just stick with humans.
I don't
Obviously, you know
think
where I'm going, but
Yeah. I don't necessarily think it gives them the right to do that.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that it happens isn't necessarily like punishable or a bad thing. I think it just is kind of naturally occurs. Some people are stronger, some people are more intelligent. It just
do you think that someone should have the right to do what they want to you if they could, regardless of your consent?
no.
Yeah, I agree. So then it comes to the animals, right? What do you think about the animals that we use for food, clothing, experimentation, entertainment, like a circus and the zoo? Would you agree that we're exploiting or oppressing the animals as humans, as the powerful?
In what context exactly? Are the animals like in a zoo setting or
Any of those that I listed out.
Yeah.
So for food,
Yeah.
for clothing, for entertainment, for vivisection, do you think that we're oppressing them in those situations?
I think entirely depends how they're cared for, to be honest.
Okay.
Like if an animal, is raised in a good environment for slaughter, that doesn't really bother me. Or if they're in a zoo, for example, but they're being cared for well, eating good food, being, given free space to roam and play in an environment that suits them, then that doesn't bother me. But I can see how some of those settings would not be good for an animal.
Why would like factory farming or them being in confined spaces, why would those things be bad for them?
Because they don't have room to roam like they would in the wild, I guess.
Why should we be concerned with that? Like, why even bother having high welfare farming?
Well, I think it's just a better practice to
Better
let
how?
animals. I think allowing animals to try to allow animals to be as close to their natural habitat as possible is what we should strive for.
What I'm trying to understand is like, why is that? Why should we bother with that? Like, regardless of how they're farmed, we get their flesh. Or their whatever we're getting from them, the vivisection.
I think it's just better practice. I don't know.
Is it because their experiences matter?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I'd
I
say
agree.
that.
I agree. I think that most of us recognize that they feel, and that
Yeah.
that's why we have humane methods and why people prefer to support those types of farming, right? Can you think of anything that we absolutely need from animals that might justify what we do to them?
Absolutely need.
That we can't get from other sources.
I mean, not absolutely need as a human civilization, no.
Yeah,
But I think there are things that are, like I eat meat and I'm not sad about it. I don't feel bad about it whatsoever. I don't wear like animal fur coats or anything.
Why not?
That feels more excessive to me.
Excessive how?
Well, I think like these are deep questions. I like this.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing it out of concern because, you're my neighbor and I want to create a society where it's fair for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we've kind of fallen into this practice of speciesism where we see someone who's different. Maybe their body shape is different and they focus on different things, but they're still sentient. They still care about what happens to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd argue that's the only thing we care about on other humans. If I lost my sapience, right, I wasn't able to think about thoughts or even reciprocate morality, that wouldn't give you the right to exploit me or to use me, right? So I'm just out here. I think that everyone agrees that if I had a dog here and I wanted to utilize them for my entertainment and exercise by kicking them, that my wants do not matter as much as that dog's experiences, right? That dog experiencing being kicked matters more than me getting joy or exercise.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the animals that we use for food, clothing, entertainment, vivisection, etc., same thing, right? If we have alternatives, do you agree that we should use the alternatives, that the more moral thing is to not use them?
I'd say it's more moral, sure.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, so can I ask you two last things? I'll let you go.
Sure.
So I want to ask, would you be willing to watch a documentary? It's on that card. You can do it on your own time.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Okay. So it just shows you standard practice. I want people to be educated so they know when you pick up that package what you demanded someone go through. The second and last question, I'll let you go. How many more animals would you like exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
No.
Yeah, I agree. I think we all share that principle. Well, I appreciate you talking to me. What was your name?
Alex.
Alex, thank you so much. And like I said, if you want to rewatch it, it's free you can watch it on YouTube under anti-animal use. Thank y'all. Yeah, you guys have a great day. Thank you. Yay, we had a conversation. We are omnivores, but just because we can do something doesn't mean we should. Thank you, Keith. Yes. Thank you, Landon. B for the animals. Yas. Thank you, Cole. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate you. Thank you, Vegan Heretic. Oh my God. All the freaking praise, you guys. This is so much. I can't handle it. Oh my God. You're arguing with the wrong person because I believe in might makes right. Oof. That means you're on the menu, though. That's scary. Thank you. Appreciate you, Cooper. Thank you. Thank you, Vegansaurus. Navia. Okay. Yeah, Stubbs in the chat for veganism, right? Honestly, the win is for the animals because I want them to not be exploited anymore. That's the only reason I'm out here. I really actually hate being out here. I'm very uncomfortable. I don't really like talking to strangers, but I really want the animals free. If I was the one in the cage, this is what I'd want my advocate doing, putting themselves in uncomfortable positions to get me free. Yes, spam those hearts, spam the green hearts. I love it. So, yeah. Let's get some other people. Let's hopefully get some other conversations maybe. Hi. No?
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
What are you doing now?
Just a social experiment. Here, I'll give you a card. You can look it up. The live is on YouTube, and if you go to that website, you can click at the top. You can see what's going on in your backyard.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good day. Thank you. Oh, maybe I should have tried to talk to him since he gave me a second. He just was walking away as I was talking to him, so it does bother me a little when I eat pork. I know how scientifically sentient the animal is. So pigs, cows, chickens, fish, they're actually all equally sentient, which just is the ability to experience emotions and experience life. And so they experience it equally. They care. And inherently, they care about their lives the same. We all want to live. I care about living just as much as that fish cares about living. So thank you for the hearts, you guys. I really love the green hearts. Thank you, Daniel. Yas. Vegan. Thank you, Pia. Appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Make sure you're tapping, sharing, liking. Since we got a conversation, I'm feeling kind of good and the sun is out. See, the sun is what gets people to talk. I almost guarantee it. It's the sun. We're like plants, but we're sentient plants. Oh boy, here we go. Oh. Fish eat other fish, yes. Regardless of what they do to each other, though, I'm not going to exploit them. That doesn't give me the right to use them. I don't need to, so I won't. What? We're doing a social experiment? You want to participate? Okay, no worries. I know I gave them ammo. Oh, you know what? We do need our vitamin D, and this is one great way to get it is just to stand in the sunlight. So, hey, look at me getting my vitamin D as a vegan. Oh, and you only need like the back of your hands for like 20 minutes to get all your vitamin D that you need. So, here we go, sun. Oh, oh my gosh, this brings me back to when I used to do this on my own. I used to go on that pier, which maybe I'll do that next time. I'll go out on the pier so you guys can see it. It looks like the front of a boat. And people like to stand out there and take pictures, especially as it gets darker and the sun is setting. Oh, I can get some really great pictures out here. But yeah, if you go back to my original outreach videos, it's me just standing out in this park. Bacon tastes like a leaf. Oh, tastes better than a leaf. You can actually season just about anything. A banana peel can become bacon. Rice paper can become bacon. Any vegan meat sliced thinly can become bacon. Seitan, soy can all become bacon. It's about seasonings. Do liquid smoke, a little brown sugar or syrup. Delicious. If you think animal abuse is wrong, then you should go vegan. Absolutely. Does your taste pleasure justify violence against other animals? No. Exactly, Cooper. We made bacon out of tofu. Oh, even better, vegan Chris. That's so good. See, in my business, we call that a cover-up. I don't know what you mean. A cover-up? Oh, the sun feels so good. I can feel the heat coming in. It just feels so much better out. Humans can defend themselves if they're attacked. Absolutely, exactly. A banana peel would never taste like bacon. Have you tried bacon? Yeah, actually, you can cook a banana peel into bacon. I know it sounds wild, but it's totally possible. Yeah, so you can have all these things, burgers, bacon, pizzas. You can have them all veganized. There's vegan options, vegan cheese, vegan meats, all of it. So, yeah, vegan bacon's good. And like I said, you can make it almost out of anything. Soy, like you just said. God put animals on this earth to be eaten. I urge you to go reread your book. I think that your God says you shouldn't harm animals unless you're in a state of necessity. Using so much spice will take the actual taste of the product away. I mean, you don't need that many spices, but I would argue you're wrong because Indian food is delicious and they use lots of different spices. So, yeah. Why eat a piece of pig when that requires a pig to be exploited and killed? So well put, Cooper. Exactly. Cooper, I need your wise words here. I'm not as well spoken as you. Hi, I'm doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? All right. Enjoy the sun. Oh yeah, my nose is that strong. I could pull a bus. Plants do not have enough calories for men that work. What? Physically all day. I urge you to go check out that Chip guy. He is ripped and he eats plants. So I don't know where his muscles came from then. Stop feeding live plants to animals you murder. Exactly. Exactly. Innocent kids. There are a lot of kids. God said, unto man, I give you the power of the sky, the fish of the ocean, the beasts of the land. Yes, okay, so just because you have dominance over someone, does that mean you can do what you want to them, regardless of how they feel? Like, that just sounds like might makes right. Regardless of who gives you authority to do something, shouldn't you consider the victims and what their preferences are, what's best for them, before you start just using them for your own benefit? That's called exploitation. Because you can't wear cursed, toxic makeup, so bacon. Well, first off, I don't wear makeup, but second of all, there's vegan makeup that's cruelty-free, and you can easily find it. Just scan the little barcodes. There's apps that help you find that. What about the chemical sprays that they put on your fresh lettuce, all the bugs, squirrels, all the creatures on the ground? What about those little creatures? Yeah, I agree. We shouldn't be doing that to them. But we don't have really options for veganic farming yet, but we do have options between enslaving other animals and just breeding plants. So I put my money to the plants instead of enslaving other animals. Hi. I know you guys are working, but did you want to participate in my experiment? I don't know if you're allowed to. No? Okay. That's okay. I appreciate what you guys do around here. Yeah, thank you. This place is beautiful. Vegan farms kill surrounding areas more than regular farms as wheel. I urge you to go Google a vegan farm, because what is that? I don't know what a vegan farm is. Do you mean a farm that grows veganically? Because they don't do that to the animals around. They also don't call them invasive or pests. They just see an individual who's just trying to survive, and then they work with them. That's what a vegan would do. A lot of farmers that grow plants are not vegan. They're not growing crops veganically, but it's because they just don't know yet. They don't know that they can, right? They can. They just need to be taught. Oh no, the chat didn't move. There we go. Do you intend to murder the innocent if it was, oops, if is it a bad by process? Do you intend? Oh yeah. Do you intend to take the life of others if it's a bad process? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean like if it's humane or not? Lions need to eat flesh. You do not. Exactly. You're not a lion. I agree. Bananas can't become steak. That's impossible. You're a magician. I didn't say steak. I said bacon. But I bet you could make a banana peel into steak. It's just about seasonings, right? Honestly, though, I think a steak would be better out of mushroom, which, like I said, Meaty has a great steak. Like it looks like a steak. But just a portobello mushroom on its own would make it a nice steak. You don't need to exploit anybody. We have lions, though. Have you read Nihilism? No. Hi. Doing interviews? You guys want to be interviewed?
No, thank you. We're
okay.
on the clock.
All right. Enjoy the walk. The sun's out. Carnists can't understand there's not vegan-only crops. I know, right? In fact, we're eating the crops that are typically fed to the animals they use. So we're like eating the cheapest, mostly easiest grown foods. And they're like, no, we need the special fancy, we need to raise an animal and grow extra of the plain foods so that the animals can eat it. And then we get to eat the animals. It's just so frustrating. We can eat plants. We don't need to use anybody. Gorillas are primarily vegetarian and rhinos are strictly vegetarian. I mean, I would argue they're plant-based completely, right? Not vegetarian. Hi. I don't know if you guys want to see the fountain. The fountain is going, but I could probably carry my stuff. That probably wouldn't be so terrible. I do eat types of grass. Like I eat wheat. I had pizza yesterday, which had a wheat crust. I eat rice. Rice is another type of grass. What's another one? Most grains, not all of them, but most grains are a type of grass. So yeah, I guess I do eat grass. Vegans do eat grass. You can't love animals if you eat them. Plain and simple. So clear, Donna. Exactly. So true. Thank you all for being here. I'm Veganstonerlady out here in Vancouver, Washington in the beautiful sunshine. Look at the sun. Oh my God, that feels good. And we're at the waterfront park. There's a lot of people walking around. They're hanging out over by the fountain. It's actually quite nice over there. Some shade and they got water trailing around. But I chose over here because honestly, there's not really a good spot to set up. There's places to sit, but not a good spot to put a camera. So, but I can walk us over there later if we really want. It is really beautiful. Can't get stoned on a steak. That's true. You can't. Oh, okay. Oh, our chat slowed down over here. So make sure you're tapping, sharing, and interacting. I appreciate y'all being here. We're just going to ask some people. I want to know if people are actually living in alignment with their own principles. Veganism is just an ethical stance against the exploitation of others. I think that we shouldn't exploit each other. I think that we can thrive without exploiting each other. And that, when I say others, I include other animals because I'm an animal. And I think that if someone has the capacity to suffer, to feel, that they deserve moral consideration. And they deserve to not be objectified and used when they don't need to be. So, and I think most people actually agree with that. Awesome. I appreciate you guys liking the live. Thank you so much. I wish there was some way, maybe there is, to like give badges out to people that are so active in the chat because It really does mean a lot. You do a lot. What about natural causes? I don't know what you mean by natural causes. Killing defenseless plants is the lowest form of predation. It's not predation because they're not prey. They're not sentient. They don't care. If you pretend you love others while doing that to them for a trivial taste, yeah, you can't do that. You can be vegan. I say you being vegan contributes to less than 0.0 of lessening suffering, exploitation. It's literally just a flex. So veganism is actually me saying, I don't want to just defend this system. I think this system is immoral, so I will not put my money there. Being an activist is me standing up saying, hey, this change isn't happening fast enough, right? So regardless of if I can make a change, it's the group of us coming together. That's the perk of it. Being vegan means I just don't want to support that, regardless of if that makes a difference or not. It's because I don't want to support that. That feels like if someone was going to go murder another human, and it was to your benefit, but this person wasn't a bad person, they didn't harm you, but you still benefit from them being schmurdered. And they're going to be schmurdered anyway. Are you going to give your money to the schmurderer? No, because schmurder's wrong. You shouldn't schmurder someone. Hey, what's up, Lori? I'm glad you made it. I was mostly thinking of you when I went live on TikTok. I'm like, oh, I didn't share it to you. I could have easily done that. Sarah, thank you so much. Appreciate you. See. Hey, what's up, Fly Cincy? Is it possible to be non-vegan and non-violent? Oh, no. Hi, I'm conducting interviews. You guys want to be interviewed?
No, thank you.
All right, enjoy your walk.
Thank you.
Yeah. Plants are not sentient. They don't care if you take their life. Stop feeding livestock. Well, it's more like stop breeding livestock, right? Stop breeding them. Don't pretend to love others. I have genuine love and empathy for others. No gender. Life is not fair. Draculome, it's not too late. I already have empathy and love for you. Okay. Just live vegan. We just want everyone to live vegan because that's their own values. And it's not really that we want you. You shouldn't do it for us because we want you to. You should do it because the animals don't want to be used. To hunt bacon for protein because plants feel funny. Oh no, we lost connection for a second. We all here? Okay, that was wild. Hi, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? All right, let's just say no instead of just ignoring me. Yay, Sarah's still here. Yeah, I know, right? That's all the comments I've been reading too. Is it Ina? I know I always say your name and I'm always worried I'm going to say it wrong. It's Ina, right? Ina, vegan for the animals. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. You live on a farm. Yeah, so what I'm asking about are your choices. If you're in control of that farm, there are actually programs in place. You can move away from using animals. But do you think in your mind that animals are here for us or with us? Are they a someone or a something? I'm meatitarian because animals taste great. So you eat humans too? Because humans are made of flesh. Nope, they're just plastic. Most plastics are made with that stearic acid that's actually synthetic, not made from other animals because it's more reliable and cheaper. You suck? No, you don't. Miyoko's can go help you go. Well, I didn't know that. Miyoko's has a program? That's awesome. Well, there's also the Viva Farming Project. There's Transfarmation by the Animal Save Movement. I'm not 100% who was behind that one. And then the Ranchers Advocacy Program by Rowdy Girl Sanctuary. So they're all great for helping farmers move away from using others. Hi. Doing interviews? You want to be interviewed? Okay. I think it's funny when people just straight up ignore me. Animals are made for us to eat. It's natural. Who said that? What do you mean, what about animals that pass away from natural causes? You mean, can you eat them? I guess morally speaking, if you don't take their life, that's one thing, but you still see someone as a something. It's sad. Ah, you're back. Ready for an interview?
We have not been down here today.
Oh, so there's someone that looked just like you. I'm so sorry.
Doppelganger.
Yeah, you do. You have a doppelganger. Hi, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? All right. Yeah, sweet dogs.
They have a Lapsky at home.
Yes, I see animals are made for us to eat, but what does that mean? Hey, Jimmy. I don't recognize your name. Are you vegan? Chinese. Oh, well, that's just racist. That's not okay. Yeah, you can go away. I don't tolerate that kind of bigotry. Hi, I'm doing interviews. You want to be interviewed?
Sure, yeah.
Awesome. I'm live on YouTube. Is that okay?
I don't care. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not on YouTube.
Awesome.
No.
Oh, well, you know, it's more like I just
tropical in there.
I know, right? All that sun and the clouds.
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Hear me stand on this side of you so I can get in the frame there. Cool. So this is TikTok and that's YouTube.
hey,
Let
they're
me give you a
TikTok,
card. You can
YouTube.
find it later. Oops. Just throwing cards
yeah.
everywhere. There you
Okay.
go. So our website's on that corner. You can find the
Okay.
live. So I'm just out here talking to people. First, what brings you out here to the park?
The bicycle brought me here.
Nice. Just going for a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sun's
Pedaling.
out.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can't
Well,
do nothing all day. I mean, I can, but you know.
yeah, you got to move though.
It's
The sun's
a
out.
better day when, yeah.
Exactly. When the sun pops out, you got to take advantage of it. Yeah. So I'm just asking people about the dynamics between the powerful and the powerless. Not so much that there's a dynamic that exists, but do you think that the powerful, when they have this advantage, should have the right to oppress or use others that don't have that advantage?
No, wait, what's the advantage? Just
Whatever.
holding power? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it could be that someone's really strong. Do you think someone who's really muscularly strong can do what they want to those that are physically weaker than
Do I
them?
think they can, or do I think they should?
That they have the right to?
No.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
No.
it's one thing that there are bad things in the world, but we can
But
aim
here's
for a
the
better
thing,
world.
in the natural world, you see it though.
Yeah, I'm more asking about your morality and what you think things should be.
Ethics and morality.
Yeah.
No, I don't feel like it's right.
Yeah, I agree. I'm right there with you. What do you think about when it comes to the animals that we use for food, clothing, entertainment, vivisection? Would you agree that we're the powerful in that situation, oppressing the powerless? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bump your tire.
Oh, no worries about that. Yeah, I think we totally dumb down our pets.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then on the other side, if you're talking about pasture animals, whatever animals that we eat, yeah, we don't give them the best lives. I mean, a lot of the times, you know, if you've ever seen a stockyard,
Yeah.
you know, so.
Well, I mean, even in those nice farms, do you find, like, what is it in your mind that makes it okay to farm other animals and not humans?
We eat animals.
Yeah. So is there something that we need from them that we can't get from other sources?
Food. I mean, can we get it from other sources? Sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think man's probably always been a meat eater.
Do you think if someone has the capacity to suffer and feel suffering or joy, that they should be considered morally?
Oh, like in the case of the animals, whether they
Anybody.
suffer or anybody, should they be considered?
Morally, should we consider their preferences, their wants, their best interests?
Well, yeah. I mean, otherwise we assume the role of the oppressor or the role of, you know,
Yeah.
God, or somehow manipulating the situation to better, advantage us.
So if we can get everything we need from other sources, how is it in their best interest for us to use them?
It's not.
Yeah, I agree. Have you heard of the word veganism?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what does vegan mean to you?
I've been vegan. I've tried vegan.
Yeah.
It just means sourcing your nutrition from other than animal sources.
So it's actually more than a diet. It's a ethical it's an ethical stance against the exploitation of other beings. So I recognize the victims in other products that I was buying and decided I don't want to support that industry, so I stopped supporting it. And even when I went to friends' houses, I didn't accept what they gave me, because if I was the oppressed, that's what I'd want my oppressor to do, is to not accept using me, right? So I guess what I want to know is, what's stopping you from walking away from this conversation and living those values?
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, you've got the plight of the migrant farm worker here that live under a lot less than ethical conditions to get vegans their salad, to
Well,
get vegans their
yeah.
their edamame or whatever it is.
I hear you on that, and I do agree. There's a lot of abuse happening in our ag sector all around, right?
Yeah.
If you want to think about it in like a utilitarian manner, the animals that you use, they also have to eat plants that must also be harvested by those same workers. So if you consider it, you are compounding the harm on humans. Not to mention,
unless you've got like a free range grass fed beef or
so
sheep
even then, those animals get sent to a slaughterhouse.
Sure.
Who works in those slaughterhouses?
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Exactly.
Iowa
Abused
beef.
workers, right?
I don't know to the level of abuse, but yeah, exploited.
Have you met a slaughterhouse worker?
No, but I've known plenty that have. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of them are underpaid and overworked, and
a lot of them are migrant, or
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to point out is that you're worried about other humans, and I'm saying that's valiant, and we should care about other humans. You're actually compounding your harm to humans when you use other animals.
Sure.
But that's also just a side issue. The issue that I'm trying to point at is that animals care about what happens to themselves, just
Sure.
like our dogs and cats. Do you agree that if we don't need to use them, the more moral choice is to leave them alone and live vegan?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you agree that you should be vegan?
No,
Why not?
because I'll kill an animal. I've
but,
killed animals.
But do you think that's fair?
It's the natural world.
But that's not what I asked. I asked, do you think that's fair?
Yeah, I guess I don't entertain the whole complex
Well, what I'm asking
dichotomy
is,
of morality.
what I'm asking is,
I
from your
need to
moral
eat.
from your moral perspective, right? You're powerful. You have options. You can choose what you eat, what you wear, what you use for entertainment. So you're the powerful, and those animals are the powerless. And I'm just trying to make the point. What about them?
Petroleum byproducts.
Yeah. So what's wrong with that?
There's not suffering that isn't involved with that, or exploitation, or
Can you point it out to me what that is?
it would be deplenishing natural resources.
Oh, so
It's a better
it's not
advantage.
about environment. It's about the individuals being enslaved. No one is being enslaved for me to wear plastic.
You know that?
Yeah. So when I buy plastic things, I'm not looking for a product that's been made by slaves, right? I'm looking for a product. When you buy animal products, you have to have that exploitation. You can't separate it from. You have to steal from someone.
A lot of that stuff there is put together in Vietnam.
Let's steel man your argument. Let's say I'm wearing leather boots, full leather boots.
Uh-huh.
What do my choices have to do with your choices?
I mean, it's the same result.
So the question that I'm asking is like, why won't you live the values that you have yourself? Like, why won't you live in a way that respects other animals when you don't need to use them?
I do respect other animals. I don't bring
But
morality.
did you hear the ending bit? It's not just respecting them when you feel like it. It's respecting them even when you want to use them, but knowing you don't need to.
I do need to, though,
For what?
for nutrition.
What nutrition?
I'm healthier when I eat meat.
But I think that this is just you confirming to yourself. You have no evidence of this. I'm saying
I
that.
do, because I've been vegan. I've been.
So let's say you find out,
vegetarian, I've been
let's say you
carnivore.
learn that you can get everything you need from a plant-based diet. Would you then find it to be a moral obligation to live vegan?
I can't afford to live.
If you found out that it's actually 30% cheaper than your current diet and you can get everything you need, would you then find it to be a moral obligation to live vegan?
No, I'm not going to bring morality into it.
Well, that's why I'm asking. I'm saying, do you think it's fair to exploit someone who feels just because you want to?
You're saying someone, so
Yeah.
including animals with that, with
Absolutely.
the feelings.
So I have a dog here. Let's say that I want to use them for my entertainment and my pleasure by kicking them. Do you think that my wants matter?
I've got all kinds of issues about pet owners.
Do you think that my pleasures of kicking them matter more than their experiences of being kicked?
No.
Yeah, their experiences matter
You're
more.
making choices.
You're making choices. And that's what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to say you can make choices that are more in line with your own principles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could align myself
Okay.
a lot more with a more animal friendly diet.
I mean, just the lifestyle in general, it's really simple. On that card has all the resources you could need. On the back of it, in fact, is how you can get all your needed nutrition from a whole food plant-based diet with the
I know
servings.
It's possible. I mean, one of my
Oh, no, I'm more like telling you have the resources in case you felt like I don't even know where to start. That card has all the resources you could need. Can I ask you 2 last questions? I'll let you go.
Sure.
Would you be willing to watch a documentary that's on that card in your own time?
Yeah. What's the documentary?
Awesome. It's called Dominion. It's free on YouTube if you want, but it's on the backside of that card. You scan the QR code. It'll take you right to it. But like I said, you can look it up on YouTube. It has it written there.
Cool.
My last question. How many animals would you prefer be exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
That I would prefer be exploited. So you're using choice words here.
Well, I'll put it another way. Would an ideal world be one where we get everything we need without exploiting others?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think we all share that principle.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Sure.
And really, thank you for checking out that documentary. It's the best you can do.
Did you do the documentary?
I did not, but it was a very moving documentary. It's not about showing you the worst of the worst. It's literally showing you what's legal standard practice. So it's just what's inherent in the industry, what you're definitely paying for.
Oh yeah, it's a nasty industry.
Yeah, there's just no right way to do the wrong thing, you know?
Yeah, I look a lot at native cultures.
What about 'em?
And their relationship with the world around them is
Yeah.
so much
Do-
different than white men.
Do these cultures say to use whatever you want, whenever you want?
They use every damn bit of what they take.
Yeah, but they only take what they need, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, we've turned it into business.
Yeah,
And
we don't,
exploit
and we
it.
can opt out of that. That's what I'm saying. Is like, screw the system, screw what's normal, do what you think is right. You know, that's
Yeah.
what we should do, and that's the kind of society I want to see. Is where everyone is treated fairly, regardless of their species, their skin color, their gender, whatever. You know, I think.
Hey, a perfect world. It's not
I mean, it
what
doesn't
we
even need
have.
to be perfect. It's within our grasp. It's about us making that change to have that world.
It's within our grasp, but there are those that are never going to entertain the ethic or
Yeah.
moral.
Yeah. So if it's not
aspects of it.
not us that do know, right? If it's not us, then who? And if it's not now, then when? Right?
Right.
Yeah. So we're the ones, we know better. We're the ones that got to lead because everyone else is not making the change. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you. What was your name one more time?
I never shared it. My name's Troy.
Troy. I appreciate talking to you, Troy.
What's your name?
Anna.
Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hi. Nice to
Good
meet
to
you.
meet you, yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, you can rewatch this live. It's on YouTube. It's under Veganstonerlady.
IQ 227 IQ.
Oh, so this is more to show, so they have differences, right? She's another race. He's got a low IQ. She's really smart. He's really muscular. She's more lean. She has a different DNA and pointy ears. He's got another language. Do
Right.
any of these traits justify exploiting either of them?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah. So we're just saying other animals are that way, right? They may have a different DNA. They might speak a different language.
Anna, how long have you realized that we live in a world gone mad?
Oh, God. I think I've realized that for a long time,
Since
but
I was 6.
yeah.
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 Yeah. Looking at my home scene,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we do what we can do. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. I want to see a better world. That's why I'm out here, you know?
But you know what? A happier me is a better world.
That's good. Yeah, I want people to live how they are
That's what's
happy.
outside of me, and I've been both. I've been both. You know, I've been hella twisted, straight jackets, involuntarily committed.
I'm sorry.
That was the 80s for me. I lived it. You know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No one should have power over someone like that. That sucks.
I was
sorry
a
that
me-
happened.
I was a mess though in my display of self to the world around. I mean, it was unacceptable.
Oh, I see. Well, you know, sometimes we
That's
do
fine.
need help, and that's okay. That's okay. But I think that that's what we do to make a better society is we talk to each other. We
Yeah.
relate with each other.
I mean, I think it starts with communication. If we're, you know.
Yeah. And respecting each other regardless of what we look like or how we think or where we come from.
Do you feel like you're gonna save the world with this?
I don't know if I'll be successful, but my aim is to save the animals as much as possible.
Yeah. How long have you been vegan?
10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right on.
I know vegans that have been, they're probably in my chat too, have been vegan for like 26 years.
Yeah.
So, and I can only imagine it was way harder back then than it is today. Today is
Are
so
you a fan of
easy.
the Diaz brothers?
I don't know who that is.
They're UFC fighters, MMA.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But high level, and they're vegan.
Oh, nice,
At least
okay.
Nate is, yeah.
Yeah. There's actually a lot of really good athletes that are fully
But
vegan.
they also, you know, can have it all prepared for them like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not rich and I'm really lazy. Like, I could literally eat a pot of beans with some nutritional yeast on
So
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really
You
simple.
eat a lot of sprouted lentils and.
I don't eat a lot of sprouted stuff. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to my food.
Huh.
Whatever's in the fridge, I'll throw in a pot and eat it.
Yeah.
But what's nice about that card is that you can pick out the foods that you want to eat and still meet all your nutritional needs. So, yeah.
Yeah, my family's actually ranchers going way back.
Yeah.
I've had a bit of that experience in my life, not through my family, but just getting back to my roots. And yeah, that's as close to nature as I felt, other than, you know, wildcrafting or, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people come from backgrounds of using other animals, and it's like, I'm not here to judge for your history or talk about those choices back then, because today is different. We have a lot more options and opportunities.
Information, you know, and an understanding of, you know, the difference that it could make.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before, like, say my father, there wasn't that information out there for him to go that route, especially in the small town he was in, and just on a small ranch, you know. They were feeding themselves at best, you know.
Yeah, but today, since we have so much access to information, and we even have in Portland, there's a vegan food bank, and twice a week they give away free vegan groceries, and it's actually written on that card too. And they do a free vegan meal twice a week. So yeah, like, we live in a very special corner for sure. And with a lot of opportunity. It's just that most people don't even know it's there. So that's why myself, and I actually have a team of people that come out and talk to people. We're hoping that people start to live in alignment with their own values, because we think that we all actually agree with this, want to live in a fair world. So all right, well, I'll let you go.
Okay.
But I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, you have a good rest of your day.
You too, thank you.
Yeah. Yas, Game Changers is also a great documentary. See, what time are we at? We're at 2:24. Wow, we might actually make it to the 3 o'clock. I didn't expect to get 2 conversations, but I feel really good that we got 2 conversations. I would say a later time is definitely better here. 1 to 4, maybe even 2 to like 6 or something. 2 to 5, I don't know. Be a good time frame. The sun is just feeling so good right now. You are so good at what you, thank you. I appreciate it. I try. It's because these are my neighbors, you know. I really want to relate with them. Thank you. Appreciate all the hearts. Make sure if you want to spam anything, spam green hearts. Tapping, sharing, interacting. I really appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for watching. Yeah, we're going to go for another 30 minutes, I think, just because the sun is out. People want to talk now. People are open. The birds are chirping. Squirrels are still scampering around. No excuse for animal use abuse, exactly. Specifically exploitation use, right? Hey Jake, thanks for the hearts. Appreciate you. Thank you. If you don't follow Jake Lagatara, please go follow Jake. He actually has Animal Justice 21, and it's a great program to just get into a community and start learning about veganism, how you can live vegan, and just, you know, walk yourself through the journey of, I hate the word journey, just walking through the steps of learning how to live more ethically and in alignment with your own morals. So that's Animal Justice 21. Please go check that out, okay? Go follow Jake Lagatara. He can also answer questions. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Jake, I actually need to reach back out to you. I wanted to respond to you. You asked me something and I didn't get back to you. I'm so sorry. Yes, we are all naked under our clothing. Finally, someone who saw the use part in it, right? I agree. A lot of people just see abuse and they're like, what? Just the abuse, huh? I don't support that. Well, actually you do, but it's not about that. That's just a side effect of objectifying someone, is that you start to not care for their welfare, because objects don't have welfare. Finally, someone, yeah, sorry, I read it again. It moves, so I thought it was a new comment. Why do you, I don't know what the M means. Hi. Doing interviews, you wanted to be interviewed? Okay, all right. Hi. Doing interviews, you guys want to be interviewed?
Oh, thank you.
All right, enjoy the sun.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you mean? That's what it means. I took a second. I did not see that at first. Oh, the future. They didn't see the abuse use thing where you crossed out the AB. Yeah, thank you. Win to all the vegans, by the way. Because of us, animals aren't being exploited. Isn't that great? That itself is amazing. We know that we're not supporting that. Wow, this guy likes to talk about his sexual frustration. You can do that on your own time. You don't need to share that with us. Oh yes, that's a good idea. Thank you, another damn vegan. If you're a vegan, let's get an idea of who's in here. Put a 1 in the chat. If you're not vegan, but you're curious about veganism, put a 2 in the chat. And if you're not vegan, troll, whatever, 3. or whatever you're gonna do. Okay, yeah. Look at all my lovely vegans. So good to see you. We've got some non-vegans. Welcome in. Some curious eyes. I see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Oh, we got some troublemakers. All right. Stormtrooper. You're famous now in the Chip Live. Okay, we got some numbers. Hi, I'm doing interviews. You want to be interviewed?
Yeah, sure.
Are you guys over 18?
Yeah.
What's up, chat?
You are?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
very sure.
okay, I'll let you. Okay. So, I'll have you actually stand on the sidewalk. Yes, we've got 100 people here. I'll have you back up. All right, so I'll have you actually stand right there if you want to be in view.
Oh, this is me. Or
Both of you.
us.
Yeah, both.
All
Well,
right.
it's up to you guys what you want to do.
Yeah, we'll do both.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh, you're not in frame yet. You can come in a little more. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I'm Anna. What's your name?
Ethan.
Ethan.
Yeah.
Grayson.
Grayson. Lovely to meet you guys. What brought you out to the park today?
We're visiting from Kansas City.
Oh, welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good to be here.
Well, I'll just get right to it then. So do you think between the powerful and the powerless, do you think someone who has an advantage, maybe they're really strong, maybe they're really smart, do you think they have the right to oppress or exploit those that don't have that same advantage?
Yes.
They have the right to?
Wait, what's your question?
Should someone who's like really strong have the right to do what they want to those that are weaker to them?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
No.
Yeah, I agree. What about when it comes to animals? Like the animals we use for food, clothing, entertainment, vivisection, like testing on cosmetics or the circus. Would you agree that we're the powerful and we're oppressing the powerless in that situation?
No, I think they're designed for us to eat.
Okay.
Or we wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
process.
I wouldn't say with animals, no.
Okay. Do you recognize that animals feel that they have sentience?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sentience means that they have their own emotions. They're able to subjectively feel suffering or joy. Do you think if someone has the capacity to feel joy or suffering, they should be considered morally, like we should consider their best interests?
Probably not if it comes to like a cow.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I would say I don't really know what their best interest would be besides.
Well, would slitting their throat be in their best interest?
That's a good point, but I mean, what else would their purpose be?
Well, I mean, what's your purpose?
To serve God?
Okay. Did you decide that purpose?
No.
No, that was forced on you?
No. Yeah, I decided that. Yeah.
It was designed for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if someone wanted to force you to be a different religion, would that be fair?
No.
Yeah, I agree. So when we think about individuals that feel and they have preferences like you and I, like let's say I lose my ability to think about thoughts. I'm not able to reciprocate morality, but I'm still sentient. I want to be comfortable. I don't want to feel harm. Does anybody have the right to exploit me because I lack these abilities?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So then let's say that individual myself that I just described, what separates me from the animals that we exploit that justifies us using them?
There's a lot, but I don't know how I would be able to describe
So you can take a
it.
second to kind of think about it. It's
I mean,
not something we
animal
normally
versus
think about.
human.
Yeah, there are a lot of differences, right? Like there's size, the way we think, etc. You and I, though, we're different, right? So I would say that our differences aren't what we should judge our respect on, but more of our similarities, right? Yeah. So like in my state that I described of not being sapient, I still deserve to be respected because I'm sentient. I care about what happens to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking my neighbors and people visiting,
Yeah.
like what they think is the moral choice when we don't need to use someone who feels. Is the moral choice to not use them then?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, so when I have a hard time answering this question, I think of what the victim would want. If I was in their shoes, if I was in their feet, and I was about to be exploited, what would I want my oppressor to do? Would I want them to keep using me, knowing they didn't have to? Or would I want them to leave me alone and let me live?
Yeah. Probably leave you alone.
Yeah.
But I mean, like thinking about like a dog and a wolf, like the dog gets to eat every day, but it wears a collar.
Yeah.
But the wolf has to search for his food. But it
Well, which
doesn't-
life would you prefer?
I mean, it's either a stable life or a free life. I mean, I would probably choose free, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I do hear you though that there are welfare things that people can give like this comfortable life, but we can do that without exploiting them too. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I gave you that. Did you? I gave you just one card, right? Or did I give you any cards? Okay, so you can rewatch this live.
Okay, cool.
I'll give you that. So can I ask you two last hard questions?
Yes.
So there's a documentary on that card. I think that as consumers, we should be well informed on what it is that we're demanding. And on the back side of that card is Dominion. It's just a documentary I encourage everyone to watch. You can also, you can also just look it up. It's free on YouTube.
Cool.
On the front side is, and this is actually how to get everything you need on a whole food plant-based diet. On the front side of that card is our website, antianimaluse.org. It just has a ton of other resources. Other vegan people you can watch on YouTube, vegan people that make meals, just tons of other resources. So would you be willing to watch that documentary?
Yeah.
Awesome.
For sure.
I appreciate it. Okay, last question. I'll let you go. How many more animals would you prefer be exploited for you? Is it more than 0?
Yes.
You want more animals to be exploited for you?
My preference is I like to eat steak. So
Sure, but
in
wouldn't
that case,
an ideal world be that you get steak without exploiting them?
yeah, we don't live in an ideal world.
We do though. We have those steaks. I know you're new to
Steak?
yeah. There's a brand called Meaty that they call it mushroom root. It's just mycelium, and it's surprisingly really accurate and it tastes really good, especially with mashed potatoes next to it. So
What about the nutritional benefits? Would it
I
be
don't-
the same?
I'm not sure exactly what the meaty steaks are, but you can get everything you need from plants. And if you're worried about, like, maybe you don't want to think about the math of like how to get everything you need in a day, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to my nutrition. That's why I use that checklist.
Yeah.
But there's a resource called Challenge 22. If you genuinely wanted to live in alignment with your own principles, Challenge 22 gives you access to a free dietitian, and they literally help you based off of where you're at and what your preferences are to meet your micro and macronutrient needs. Because it's a dietitian. They spend like 6,000, 8,000 hours focused on diet.
Right.
So if that's really what you needed, that's there. If you don't want to talk to somebody, this is actually really great for getting all your needs.
Cool.
But yeah, and
That's awesome.
if you have any questions, you can seek us out. We totally want to answer questions. So
Sounds
well,
good.
yeah, thank you guys
Thank
for
you so
stopping
much.
by.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, really nice to meet you. I'm really glad I got to see you guys.
Yeah.
Did you want to say something?
All right, chat. Have a blessed day. Jesus loves you. I'll see you guys next time.
Hell yeah. And like I said, you can rewatch the live in there if you want.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you
Have a
guys
good
for
one.
stopping by. You have a good day. All right, we got another 30 minutes. Oh, the sun feels so good. I'm just going to step in the sun for a second. Oh, sunshine feels so nice. Awesome. I really like having good, open-minded conversations. Regardless of what they do, I think that they've been informed, and they seem like honest people that I think they will check out that resource because, yeah, why wouldn't you if you want to be informed? I don't think they were intoxicated. They seem pretty rational. We're in Vancouver, Washington at the Waterfront Park, and we're just asking people about their values and see if they live in alignment with them. Actually, I find this is like a PSA for my neighbors. It's like, hey, don't you want to live in a society where it's fair for everybody? I do. I think it's better. I'm okay at talking with strangers. There's definitely better advocates out there. I'm just out here trying to show that you can be a regular person. You don't need to know all the facts. You just have to know that abolition is the goal. Liberation of all sentient beings from all human caused exploitation is the goal. Nobody deserves to be exploited, used, violated, have a family forced on them and then ripped apart, their bodies ripped apart, their bodies squeezed on. Nobody deserves any of this without their consent, right? And I just want to live in that world, and I think we all do. Yeah, no one should be forced to do anything. But you definitely shouldn't be allowed to force your wants onto somebody else via a knife in their throat, turning them upside down and draining them of everything, putting your arm up their bum to make them pregnant, separating their families. Could you probably roll one up with them? That would be cool. Right? Actually, I miss Natalie's interactions when she used to buy them a drink. I can't say it on TikTok, but used to buy them a drink and they would have a conversation with her. I really liked that, and I'm in a state that's legal, but I don't know how I would have to go to maybe like one of the gardening bars and hang out there, but that would be to the discretion of the owners if I could do that. I would totally do that though. Like, let me buy you a gardening tool and let's sit and talk about Moral ethics. That would be fun. Yes, I definitely like stepping in the sun. It feels so good. Oh, definitely got that vitamin D. Oops. Being vegan is a privilege. Okay, so if you have the ability to live vegan, then do it, right? Stop crying about it, just do it. I would argue, though, it's not the ones that have the privilege are the ones using others, right? Wouldn't you call it a privilege to be able to do what you want to someone else's body regardless of their consent? Why don't you check your privilege? Yeah, eating someone's flesh is a privilege. It is way cheaper to live vegan. Hi. Doing interviews? You want to be interviewed?
No, thank you.
All right. Love your puppers. They're so cute. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm just so in love with all these puppers. I appreciate that. Gaytheist intelligentsia. I'm so sorry I butchered that. I appreciate your compliment. I do try to talk to strangers kindly because I know that I'm terrified of strangers too. But once we get into the conversation, I can tell people are comfortable. I'll be honest with them because they're my neighbors and I think that's the right thing to do. I love how vegans have to tell everyone they are vegan. Well, out of caution, right? Because I don't want someone to give me something non-vegan. So it's important that they don't exploit someone for me, for one. Second of all, I want to influence people. I think people do recognize that vegans are right and they feel guilty. That's why they don't like to be around someone and know that they're vegan. So it's like, oh, you're reminding me that I do something bad. Ugh. Well, then stop doing something bad. You'll feel better. I mean, Birch, there's a lot of comments. I can only go so fast and I'm one person. Normally I have two people reading these out. And I'm like trying to do street outreach, right? As if meat eaters don't tell people they eat meat. I know, right? Exactly. Like they often are very, in fact, I find it more common that people talk to me about their meat eating and they don't even know I'm vegan. And it's just like, this is why I tell people I'm vegan. Don't talk to me about this. If anything, I'm going to start talking about why you shouldn't be doing that. I'm lacking nutrients. Can you name those nutrients? And let me tell you, if you're able to say, diagnose me from camera, that's a skill that most doctors don't have. So good on you, I guess. Yeah, there's actually steak restaurants right around me. I'm like looking at one directly. No, I think a cab. Veganism as a concept is so stupid. I mean, it doesn't sound like you even know what veganism is, King. Veganism is an ethical stance against the exploitation of sentient beings. Why is it stupid to be against exploiting others? Now you look like a joke. You're for exploiting others? You think that's okay? You think someone who's bigger and stronger than you should do what they want to your body? That's terrible. No one should do what they want to you. You care about what's happening to you for a good reason, and you should defend yourself. Well, someone was asking me my opinion, so I shared it. Vegans are not deficient in ethics, morals, and compassion. So true. I'm also not deficient in anything because I take a multi-supplement because it's easy. It's what? It's glucose sugars. I know it's out of context, but it was funny to read. I can get 100 grams of protein in a couple ounces of meat. It would take pounds of plants to get the amount of protein. Well, first off, you don't eat by weight, you eat by calories. And you can get more protein per calorie on a vegan diet, or at least with plant-based foods, I should say. Yeah, like soy curls, seitan. You can get lots of protein. And just because you might get more protein in one source, that doesn't mean you have to use that source. That's a someone, right? If the source is a someone, that's theirs, not yours. It doesn't matter if veganism can cure a disease. It's more like the animals don't suffer a knife going across their throat, or their babies being stolen from them, or their autonomy being violated. It, again, doesn't matter if it heals something, Steve. I see you spamming it. I already answered your question, so hush. Like, if you're going to just spam the same question, I'm going to mute you. It's just that simple. Peanut butter on whole wheat bread has more protein than an 8-ounce steak. Damn, I know that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make sure that you're getting everything you need, just go look up the Vegan Daily Dozen. It literally shows you everything you need on a plant-based diet. Let's go another 20 minutes. We'll see if we can get someone. Don't mess with Fly Sensei. Can't lie to her. Denying biology. Are you trying to say that we have to use animals? I haven't used animals in 10 years. What do you, like, what's going to happen to me? Yeah, veganism isn't a diet. It's about respecting others. Make sure you're tapping, sharing, liking. I see we got a lot of people here on YouTube, TikTok. Let's catch up. Let's go. What are we doing? I thought you wanted to succeed here. I'm Veganstonerlady. We're out here in beautiful Vancouver, Washington. We lost a little bit of the sun, so it got a little chillier. So I don't know, maybe people won't be willing to talk. No, come back, sunshine. Oh, it's coming back. I just want to ask some people if they're living in alignment with their own values. You know, this is my neighborhood. These are my neighbors. And, you know, how else do you create the society you want to live in but talking to the people around you? Hiding in your first world privilege while people starve around the world. Yeah, you know why they're starving? They're starving because of animal agriculture. We're focused on growing grains for the animals to feed to people mostly in the West. I mean, we could stop doing that, stop enslaving other beings. We would actually have plenty of land then to grow human foods. We would have incentives to grow human-based foods, and everyone would be fed, and we could reduce our land use at the same time by 75%. That's North America and Brazil combined being rewilded while we feed 10 billion humans. Like, what are we doing, guys? Like, even if you take the ethics aside, which is ludicrous, but let's say we take the ethics aside, the fact that everybody knows the planet is burning and that animal ag is like one of the leading causes of it. And it's like everyone could easily just move their hand in the grocery store, go down a different aisle, and they're so, I want the planet to burn for my taste pleasure. I want someone to have a knife dragged across their throat for my taste pleasure. It's so disgusting and selfish. Yeah, when you use words that are harmful to other groups, you get bumped. Goodbye. Why do you care if I toke? Travis, you have so many accounts. Like, seriously, go away. I'm so ridiculous. I'm so tired of him. He's so common, just popping up constantly with new accounts. When veganism, exactly. So we're here in beautiful Vancouver, Washington at the Waterfront Park. I'm Veganstonerlady, aka Anna, or VSL, whatever you want to call me. And I want to know why you're not vegan. I want to know why my neighbors aren't vegan. You know, why is this atrocity still happening to this day? It should stop right now. Plants don't want to live. They don't have preferences. I didn't know that grain should be feeding people in Uganda. Yeah, of course. Why not? Veganism, like I said, so go look up a study. It's called Reducing Food's Environmental Impacts Through Producers and Consumers. Go look up that study. It's the largest meta-analysis on the subject. We're dedicating so many resources to raising animals when we don't need to enslave them. We don't need to exploit them. We can actually feed ourselves and then some if we stopped. We could green our planet and reabsorb all this CO2. But most importantly, we wouldn't be enslaving someone. I don't want to be enslaved to make the environment better and so people have taste pleasure. Why would it be fair for anybody else, right? Hi, I'm doing a social experiment. You want to answer a few questions? All right. Well, enjoy the walk. The sunshine is just perfect. Yeah, a good vegan steak. Just needs a good vegan steak, maybe. Vegan steaks are great. They hurt others when they have to. I mean, I'm fine with self-defense, but I don't really know. I've lost the context of this interaction. Veganism is nothing but a first world luxury, completely out of touch with reality. I will say it's very condescending and patronizing that you silence the voices in other countries just because you only have one perspective of the world. Don't you think that's kind of sad? Have you been to every other country in the world? Do you know for sure there's no vegans there? Are you sure? Because I guarantee there is. In every circle, there's somebody that dissents about animal use. So you making that statement for your benefit is literally silencing the voices of people that are poor. They can still care about others. They can still not exploit. In fact, the staples of a vegan diet are often the staples of poorer nations. Herbivores don't have sharp teeth. Yes, they do. Hippopotamus, elephants. What's the other one I'm thinking of? Gorillas, right? They have sharp canines. They died before I got there. Yeah, because you demand every time you pick a package up that has animal products in it, they replace it with the next animal product. The next individual goes in there. Suicidal empathy. I'm not telling you to hurt yourself. I'm saying if you can live without using them, why not? Why continue to exploit someone when you don't need to? Would you want that done to you? No, not respecting all life. We're about respecting sentient life. Those that feel, those that care about what happens to themselves. That's what we care about because we're sentient. And the environment comes next, but sentient rights, then environment. Yeah, you don't need to pull fish out of the water. Again, when it comes to the environment, we're going to have fishless oceans by 2050, and that's not far. Actually, 2030 I even heard, but I think 2050. We're taking someone out of where they can breathe comfortably and making them basically slowly suffocate and then taking their life. How is that ever fair to do to somebody? If I was hanging out here, this is water, right? So there's a lot of dogs here. What if I was just hanging out, enjoying the day, sitting on this bench, and every once in a while a dog walks by and I shove their head underwater? Would that be fair? I'm going to take them home, I'll cut them open, and I'll eat them afterwards. But that's what I do for my pastime. I just hang out at the park, drown a couple dogs, and then I go home and I eat them. Do you think that's fair? I don't think that's fair. I think that's immoral. Hi, we're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? All right. Hi. How do I feel about predators in nature? I don't like predation, but I can't talk to the predators. I can talk to you, right? Oh, hey, oh, what's up? Good to see you. Well, I lost my spot. I'd have more views for what? Wrong. Human rights come first. Once the world is no longer at war, maybe someone might actually give a shit about animals. I mean, you could say the same thing about any atrocity then, right? Child abuse takes a back seat to the wars going on then, right? Because you're now making a hierarchy of suffering. Don't you think that those that are experiencing suffering, that matters to them regardless of what's happening in the world, right? So animals, they care about what happens to themselves inherently just as much as you do. So if they're experiencing something that's terrible, that's immediate, right? They need attention now. It matters. It's their whole world to them. Just because you're human, you're focused on human-centric things, which is fine, doesn't mean we can't include animals in our circle of empathy. You can be vegan and advocate for human causes at the same time. And if you can't, that shows that you have a lack of intelligence. You lack the ability to think outside of yourself. And honestly, I challenge you to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, is that really the world you want to live in, where someone only cares about themselves selfishly, regardless of what it does to others? 2050, thank you, J4K313, or is it L? Thank you for that. If you dislike capitalism, okay, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I think capitalism is abusive. I think it's inherently exploitative because you always have to make more. There's just inevitable that you will be exploiting stuff, someone or something, which you can't exploit things, but veganism is against the exploitation of sentient beings. So I don't have a problem if you pull oil out of the ground so much, but I do care if you slit someone's throat, right? Non-vegan agenda comes from Zion. Okay, well, we don't need to be like that. times better for your feet than plastic or rubber. Again, that's someone's skin. Just because my skin is better for you to wear as a sandal, that doesn't make it justified for you to take my life. That's disgusting, dude. I can't believe you even think that's a good excuse. Their skin lasts longer. Gross. Use your own skin then. Bugs die from veganism. Bugs die from non-veganism. But with veganism, we actually care about their experiences. If more farmers were vegan, they would actually farm with those principles. Think I'm going to be mugged? Yeah, I'm not for violating human rights. I'm not for kicking people out of their homes so that you can live there, right? In fact, if anything, I'm here for respecting others regardless of their differences and living in harmony with each other, not, evicting each other because I think I'm better than you. That's gross. Okay, well, go get your eyebrow pierced, whatever. What I'm here talking about are the animals. Their rights to autonomy, their rights to their own bodies and their lives. Did anybody see King's question? King, I didn't see your question. Literally scrolling back, not a single question by you. So you just keep spamming it. You must be a bot. I'm just going to start ignoring you now. Yeah, septum theory. Woo! Respect others. That's what septum theory means. Respect others. You're just telling me what they are allowed to eat. You're just telling people what they're allowed to eat. I'm saying that animals feel and don't want to be used. And since you feel don't want to be used, what would you want your oppressors to do? Would you want them to keep using you knowing they don't have to? Or would you like them to stop? I would want them to stop. I think most people would want them to stop. Yas, thank you. Make sure you like, share, get active in this video. It's not a video, this live. Have I ever farmed land? I have grown things, yeah. Oh my gosh, last year I grew pumpkins that were like literally this big, like to the ground, like this big. And I grew them veganically, completely. I didn't even use pesticides, herbicides. I used no-till method, just layered, and I just cut down all my weeds, laid them sideways, and then I had a bale of straw that I bought for Halloween because I like to decorate. And because it had aged so well, I spread that on top, and that just works as a good ground cover. Yeah, it was great. Grew really fat, giant pumpkins. No one believed that I grew them. They all thought they were fake. Giant pumpkins in a regular backyard. Fruits and vegetable farmers rely on pesticides. Yep, and if farmers started to become vegan, they could stop and grow veganically instead. But right now your choices are plants that are farmed or animals that are farmed. I'm going to go with the plants. Are insects vegan? Like, are they themselves vegan? No. No other animals are vegan in that concept of respecting others, or at least, we don't even know. I would just argue that veganism is a human construct, that we should respect others. There is empathy out in nature. We do know that other animals care for each other. They see likeness in each other, and they have empathy. But I wouldn't say that they necessarily understand what veganism is. I didn't even know what veganism was until someone told me. A lot of humans don't understand. They think that they're just born with knowledge, but I guarantee that we only respect each other because somebody told us to respect each other. And what's frightening is people don't actually understand why we should respect each other regardless of our differences. That's frightening, right? Like, everyone's like, oh, we have all these differences, intelligence, the way we look, our parents, where we come from, our traditions. And it's like, those aren't the reasons to discriminate, right? We shouldn't discriminate against each other harmfully. We should care about each other because of our similarities. Why'd I kill your pumpkin, buddy? Well, the vine had died off. I actually let them sit there too long. Hi. I do drive a car, but even if I was driving a car fully made of leather, what do my choices have to do with your choices, right? Even if I'm a hypocrite, you could just hear my words and do better than me, right? I buy my vegetables and foods at a grocery store. So yeah, I usually do go with organic veggies. But my perspective is that the only reason why we're using animal inputs when it comes to farming is because we slaughter, we unalive so many animals, fish animals, land animals, any marine animals, 92.2 billion land animals, and trillions of aqua life, right? And so we have all these bits that we don't use of them. And instead of making them be pollution, they try to utilize them. But if we stopped enslaving others, we wouldn't have all these byproducts of their slavery, and we could utilize things that are more reliable anyway. We have alternatives for literally everything. So it's just a matter of it's a lot of industry that's trying to not lose their grip on their audience, their patrons. So if squirrels can eat meat, so can I. Squirrels don't eat meat. I mean, they're survivalists. They're surviving a harsh environment. So I'm sure they'll eat whatever's given to them if it's edible. I discovered this vegan canned hot and spicy luncheon meat called Unmeat. It travels without refrigeration. You can even order it from Walmart. Wow, that's wild. That's cool. Neat. See, we need things like that in those common places that people are at. Yep. Cool. I love hearing that we have other alternatives for things. Well, I'm sorry it's raining, but you don't need to rip anybody out of the water. Yeah. So there's water here, right? What if it was my pastime to sit here and wait for a dog to walk by, because there's lots of them, and just put their head underwater? And then I release them. Hey, I released them, at least, right? That's moral, right? Just to put their head in the water for a second and then let them go? Is that moral? I just do it for my pastime. Yeah, so you can eat other things that make you feel good. If you really want to go vegan and you're struggling with diet, definitely check out like the Dailey Dozen. It's on antienemies.org. It's also on nutritionfacts.org. Just Google Vegan Dailey Dozen. You'll see how you can get everything you need in a whole food, plant-based diet. Yeah, I would say also type in your favorite meals, put the word vegan next to it. Somebody has veganized it, and they've written a recipe on how you can do it too. Oatmeal is incredibly healthy, and if you think it's not, that's hilarious. I'm laughing at you. That's so funny. I mean, if you load it with sugar and fat, yeah, it's not healthy for you, but a little sunshine. Lori, I saw it. Oh my gosh. Lori, thank you so much. Lori. I totally just butchered that. Thank you so much. Oh my God, dubs in the chat for Lori. That was amazing. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Your donations go to things like this microphone right here. It's why we're able to be on both YouTube and TikTok right now in beautiful Vancouver, Washington on my mobile. I was really excited that I was able to do both because, I have a big audience. I want y'all to see. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being so supportive. Actually, I've been going for quite a while. I don't know. Oh, I almost want to go for like another 15 minutes just to make it a solid 3 hours. Thank you, Lori. Thank you again. Hi. Okay. Everybody's on their phone. It's so funny. I'm already on TikTok. This live is on TikTok, and thank you, Lori. Another Lori heart. Oh my God, 2 different Loris hearting me from every direction, and a ram. Oh, thank you so much. I love the stickers on TikTok. I will say I want that over here on YouTube as well. I want to have fun stickers. It definitely makes the live a lot more fun. Yes, a whole food plant-based diet is more suitable for everyone. Yep. Boobs. That's not enough for you? Okay, here's my question. I don't support animal cruelty, but giving an animal a good life in exchange for one bad day, what is the problem with that? In the wild, they die of hunger or predation. Okay, first off, they wouldn't exist unless you demand that they get bred into existence. That's one. 2 is that you're literally supporting human slavery, right? If I was to have a human slave, I birth them into existence, I give them a good life, and they just have one bad day. Do you see how that's wrong? That's immoral. I can't do that to somebody. Would you want that done to you? Someone's giving you food, shelter, love. You think you look to them for your safety, and then one day, you think that's fair? I mean, we could do that to children, right? Children will taste like bacon. Does that mean I can now farm them as the other animals? Of course not. Now you see the atrocity. There's no sense in trying. So it is hard to have a conversation with me in the chat, right? Because I'm also gonna, what is this mask? Thank you, Lori. Oh my gosh. Lori, you're the reason why I have this microphone right. You and Sarah. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Wow, you guys are amazing. I eat meat and guarantee I love animals more than you. See, now if you loved them, you wouldn't stick knives in them. I would argue you can't love somebody and stab them to death. Yeah. I'm here to talk about the animals. I'm not here to talk about human causes. You can stand for animals and humans at the same time. Easily avoid demanding animal exploitation while speaking up for human causes. No problem. Easy. Easy, easy. Don't violate human rights. See, right there. I'm doing it as I'm talking about animals. Don't violate any sentient being's rights if you can avoid violating them, right? That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah. I'm outside. We're out here in beautiful Vancouver, Washington at the waterfront park. And, oh, Sarah. Oh, Sarah. I thought it said Sierra for a second. Sarah, thank you for the hearts. Oh, thank you, Lori. You're a warrior. I see you up all the time. You're a warrior. My goodness. Definitely go check out Two Spirit Veg on TikTok. Also, Sarah. I don't know how to say your name because you guys have a bunch of emojis. Just look up Two Spirit Veg and Sarah with a Canadian flag next to her name. Both great activists. Both standing up for animals all the time. Very active and supportive. Thank you, guys. Seriously, wouldn't be here without you. So, thank you, Jason. Thank you to you too, Jason. You're actually very active as well. I see your posts. I haven't been liking on your posts. I need to get back on that. I took a break from watching shorts for a minute just because I was starting to be overwhelmed. My birthday's tomorrow, and I was also trying to plan a bunch of events, and yeah, it's just, a lot of stuff adds up. So I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. I kind of left everybody out on a limb. Everyone needs to eat meat of some sort. You can eat vegan meat. Well, you answered my question. I'm a man of my word. I'll leave. See you later. King, I don't mind if you're here asking genuine questions. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. The ones I don't like are when trolls just spew excuses and they don't respond to the responses. Like when someone says, oh, but crop death so, and they hear a response of like, well, the animals you use consume more plants, and we can actually improve how we grow crops. A lot of people don't concede, oh, okay, so crop death isn't an argument. They just move on to the next excuse, which is called goalpost shifting. Oh my God, goalpost. So yeah, I'll entertain honest questions, but when someone's just like, which you weren't doing this, but if someone's like just shotgunning or what's the other word for that? Gish galloping. It's just pointless to talk to them. If you believe you contribute or lack thereof makes a difference, it's purely symbolic flexing. Oh, again, veganism is about not supporting something. I don't want to demand someone be exploited. And I think that you would agree that if you were in a grocery store, right, and you saw baby flesh in the cooler, and you saw someone pick up human baby flesh and was like, I'm going to take this home and cook it. You aren't going to think that person's a bad person. You're going to think they're doing a moral thing because they picked up something that's in the grocery store. I would think that's gross. You want to take that baby that was exploited? You're absolutely supporting that, right? When humans are in the victim's perspective, we see the oppression vividly. But otherwise, we do it blindly. We oppress and victimize blindly. It's by Isaac Singer. Go look up that quote. Yeah, just go vegan already. Exactly, Daniel. I agree. Yeah, so you can be pro-life or pro-choice, right? whatever. It doesn't matter. The question is, if you're avidly one or the other and you're not vegan, you're living outside of your values, your priorities, your principles. You think either someone has their autonomy violated or someone's sentience is being ignored, right? Animals are sentient. They have autonomy. We're just not respecting it. And you can opt out of demanding that exploitation by living vegan and advocate for whatever human cause you want. Hi. Doing interviews. You want to be interviewed?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy the sun.
You too.
Thanks. Huh? We're doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? Okay. No worries. Some ladies eating their lunch over there. Looks like eating just little sandwiches. A lot of people with their dogs. I really wanted to talk to somebody with a dog because, you know, they're the ones that most often recognize the sentience in others because they have a companion that they interact with all the time. And you know, the people that are on sanctuaries and people that even are on farms that spend a lot of time with their animals notice that animals are sentient. They're unique. They care about what happens to themselves, just like dogs, just like cats, just like any companion animal. They can also be companion animals. I'd argue it's still not fair to force someone to be your friend, right? Buying someone to be your friend is not fair. But if you can provide space for someone to live and thrive and a relationship is born between that, that's beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Lori. Good God, you're going bananas in it. Thank you so much. Yes, it's my birthday tomorrow. Thank you so much. Well, anything you donate is going to go to activism, either to Veganstonerlady activism or anti-animal use. So, like I said, I'll find a way to share with both TikTok and YouTube how I spend money. The only thing I've used them for is the microphone for TikTok to hear. And one time, I think the YouTube donations got me out of a parking garage after an event, after doing an outreach event. Hi, I'm doing interviews. You want to be interviewed? Just asking people about what they think about the powerful versus the powerless.
Oh, no, but that brother right there, man, good.
Oh, yeah? All right, well, I'll ask him.
You got some real knowledge.
You got some? I would love to have some knowledge dropped on me. I'm going to tell him you threw him under the bus. Hi. I was told that you could indulge in a conversation with me, possibly.
Say that again?
Would you be willing to have a conversation with me?
About what?
We're talking about the powerful versus the powerless. Not so much in a political context, just the general ideas.
Okay, what is the general idea?
Well, before we start, I am live on YouTube. Is that okay?
Yeah, put me on there. They got
Yeah?
me on there?
Awesome.
Yeah, put me up there.
I just wanted to ask before I did bring you on, so come a little closer. This way you can see yourself in the camera there.
Okay.
So this is TikTok, and then that's YouTube. And here, I'll give you a card so you can find it later.
Okay,
Yes. There you go.
okay.
Awesome. So my name's Anna. What's your name?
My name is Michael.
Michael. Lovely to meet you, Michael.
You as well.
Thank you. What brings you out here?
Actually, I have a condo in downtown Portland,
Oh, nice.
and I live, but my base is in Las Vegas, and I also have one in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
So my wife and I, she's a medical doctor, and I'm a homeopathic doctor.
Okay.
So we do business in these areas and Washington.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so that's what brings me out here. We came out here to take care of some paperwork,
Okay.
some licensings, and that's why I'm here.
You're here. Well,
But
you're
I
on a
love
low.
Washington.
I was gonna say you're walking around
I
enjoying the little brief
I
bit of
used to live in
sunshine we got.
Seattle.
Okay, so
And
you know our weather
yeah,
type.
but it's been a while though. But go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I'll get to it. So I'm asking people if they think they're fair or unfair.
Okay.
When it comes to the dynamic between someone who's powerful, someone who has an ability, like they're really strong, or
Okay.
maybe they're really smart.
Okay.
Do you think that gives them the right to oppress or exploit those that don't have that advantage?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree. What about when it comes to the animals that we use for food, clothing, entertainment, vivisection? Would you agree that we're the powerful in that situation and the animals are the powerless and we're exploiting them?
Well, I don't believe in neither one of those concepts
Which ones?
that you just mentioned.
List the two. I'm not sure which.
I don't believe that animals are powerless,
Okay.
and I believe that we as human beings, we all live in a symbiotic relationship with the universe and this planet. And I think that there's certain elements that we have to sustain ourselves in our avatars, but the avatar is not the only being that we exist in. We also exist as light beings, and that's the you inside of you that you're always consciously talking to, that's connected to the invisible energy.
Mm-hmm.
And so you never die.
Okay.
You just filter through different realms.
Oh.
You see
I
what I'm
like that
saying?
way. Yeah, that sounds
And
beautiful.
so I don't look at animals because I eat venison, I eat elk, I eat pheasant.
What do you
'Cause
think they think about that?
I think that they don't die either. So they're here to serve a purpose.
Do you think then that we can just murder each other, take each other's lives because we never die?
Well, obviously not, but I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that
I agree.
humans, like, we're going all around tearing our planets and civilizations, right?
Okay.
And why do we have the right to do that?
Yeah,
You
I
see what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
So, you know, just like this here is Turtle Island.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This is not the USA.
Oh, yes, yes,
This
yeah.
is Turtle Island.
I see what you're saying.
And before 1819, this system did not exist.
Mm-hmm.
It was America.
Okay.
And they had 60 million plus people just in North America, not even talking about Mexico and Canada, that were here already.
Yeah.
They genocide that population down to zero.
Do you think that
almost.
was fair?
No, but it's
I
a
agree.
phase that we have to go through because you have to be born
So,
with
wait, I just want to make
justice.
sure, are you saying you're for genocide?
No,
Okay, okay, good. I'm glad. I'm not either.
But sometimes, you know, I look at like the people and they get caught in this cookie cutter mind control system and you can't break them out of it. So sometimes you got to cease to exist and then come back and start all over.
Okay, but we're not for taking other human life
But
for
it
our
doesn't matter
benefit,
'cause
right?
you don't die.
Right, but you wouldn't take someone's life in this park just because
Oh
it
no,
could
I'm not gonna go
be
around. 'Cause
beneficial.
that's not me. I'm
Right.
not cut from that
So
cloth.
what is it then in your mind that separates someone in this park from other animals that makes it okay to stab them?
Well, because we're sentient.
You don't think animals are sentient?
I don't.
Oh, we actually have evidence of this. We have the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness and the New York Declaration of Consciousness, including all animal welfare in any situation where an animal is cared for. They're recognizing that animals feel, which sentience is the ability to feel emotions subjectively.
But that's a synthetic. I mean, not synthetic, but that is a part of the way they're designed to function in the
Designed?
environment. Yeah, that's their DNA, the way they're designed to function. The flight or the flight.
So what I'm asking you is, why is it okay to put knives in the throats of animals but not in the throats of humans?
Because if you need to eat,
But what do you need from them? I could eat human too.
you need. Well, it depends on your blood type.
No.
'Cause if you A or
What
O,
nutrient do I need as a human from animals?
It's some stuff. If you're a type A and a type
List
O,
them to me. What is
I
it?
heard what you said.
No, I'm asking you. What is it? I don't know.
First of all, it's going to be a certain type of minerals.
Like what?
Probably like selenium,
No.
potassium,
You can get all of those from plants.
but not on the same level. There's
Yeah,
different
you can.
levels.
No, same levels.
Oh,
You can
no.
get everything you need on a whole food. So do you know what the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics is?
Well,
They're the largest body of dietitians and nutritionists that actually influence governments on their food pyramids. They're the largest in the world.
I'm a certified nutritionist.
Okay, so look
And
up
what
the
I'm
Academy.
saying-
Hold on, let me finish.
yeah.
So the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has a collective opinion, let me finish, that a vegan diet, a plant-based diet, is safe and healthy for all stages of life.
That depends on your blood
The
type.
largest body of nutrition and dietetics make it so
melanoid-
you're going to ignore science?
If you're melanoid, I can't
What
eat the
do,
same
what
food
do you
as-
need?
as-
What
as-
do you need from animals? You said selenium.
See,
I can
you
get them
want-
from plants.
You're trying to shove your concept down. You don't have all the information.
I think you
do,
know. I think
but
you know you're
don't.
wrong. I think if I had a
think
dog
you
here,
do.
if I had a dog here, and I wanted to kick them
So
for
you trying
fun,
to force this is
I'm
exactly what
asking
we're
your
talking about.
opinion.
You
Can
cut
I
me
ask
off
you?
and forcing
Can I
your
ask you?
concepts on
So
me.
let's say I had a dog here, and I wanted to kick them for fun. Do you think my benefits matter more than the dog's experiences?
Why would you kick a dog
For my exercise and for my entertainment.
But you would have to be a savage to do that.
What
You're
makes
not
it? What does that
civilized.
mean? Why? Why is
Because-
that bad?
Because a civilized person work in accordance to what grace is.
I
And
think
what
you're
grace
trying to
is
talk
is
yourself out of it. It's because the dog's
No, you trying to
experiencing.
talk yourself
Does
up.
the dog feel?
First of all, let me say
Does the
something
dog
to you.
feel?
I haven't said anything.
Does the dog
You-
feel?
You're doing all the
Does
talking.
the dog feel?
Let me tell you something.
Okay. Well, we'll end the
You-
conversation. You
you-
can't
you-
recognize that dogs feel, and this is interesting.
You are a heterotrope. I'm a phototrope.
You can call me whatever you want. That's fine.
scientific.
I'm a vegan, you're a
Have you ever
non-vegan. I don't
have
demand
you ever
someone's
heard of-
exploitation.
have you
You
ever heard
demand
of
animal
Have
exploitation.
you ever heard of the term
Are you saying
heterotroph
it's
and
okay to
phototroph?
kick a dog?
Have
Are you
heard-
saying it's okay to kick a
have you ever
dog?
heard of
I'm going to
heterotroph and
end this
phototroph?
conversation because you're just
Yeah,
talking
you
to
can't
yourself.
talk to me 'cause
All right.
I'm not
Well, have a
into
good
that.
day.
I'm not
Enjoy the
into that.
sunshine. I'll see you later.
Have you ever heard of heterotroph?
I don't care to talk about that. I'm
See,
here
I
to
don't
speak
care
up for
to
the
talk about
animal.
what you
I know you're an animal abuser, so I get it.
I don't.
You do. You abuse animals. You're demanding animals have knives put in their throats. I don't demand animals lose everything. You're the one that kills animals. You literally demand animals get knives jammed in their throats. You demand cows be raped for milk. You demand that they lose their babies. You demand, they can't hear you, by the way. They can't hear you. No, I think everyone deserves equal rights regardless of their species or their race. You don't. You don't think that. You think that someone who is a different species, you said that it's okay to use animals because they don't die. You're deluded. You're deluded. Good God, that guy's crazy. Deluded. You think dogs don't feel. You're deluded. That's wild, dude. Dogs feel. They don't want to be kicked. Dogs don't want to feel pain. And just because I might get pleasure out of using them, that doesn't give me the right to exploit them or harm them. He's sitting there just talking his mumbo jumbo. I let him have so much room to talk about his floofy la la blah blah. And it was just him trying to use a whole bunch of words to justify exploiting someone, violating someone. I just can't believe it. Yeah, we're avatars. Like, good God, dude. Just talk about delusion. You really talk yourself out of any responsibility you fucking have. It's so annoying. See, those people piss me off. That guy wasn't a doctor. He was a homeopath. His wife, though, apparently is a doctor. Hopefully she can explain to him the biology of sentient beings with a brain. He doesn't even think they're sentient. He does not think animals are sentient. Then why do we test on them? Seek truth, question. Girl, chill out. You're disrespectful and hostile. I mean, what's your comment right there? You're also being a prick. Doctors aren't vets. That's so true. And they're limited in their scope of knowledge when it comes to diet. And he didn't want to hear me with my evidence. I was like, let me finish. And he kept cutting me off. It's like, I'm giving you evidence. You're supposedly a type of scientist, right? A doctor is a type of scientist, or a homeopath even. And it's like, why wouldn't you want to hear the evidence that you can thrive without using it? No, it hurts my point. Of course it does. All right, well, I think we're gonna call it there, guys. I really appreciate y'all being here. That guy really irritated me, so we're just gonna end on that. Actually, do you guys want to see the fountain? I don't know. I could take you over to the fountain real quick. Make sure, if you guys want to see the fountain, that you give me just a bunch of green hearts. I want to see it. Where all the green hearts. Oh, okay, I see some. You guys want to see the fountain? Okay. It's pretty cool. It's actually a map of the Pacific Northwest and how the water runs. Give me a second. TikTok. And YouTube. Gosh, that guy really got me upset. Like, I really hate it when people sit there and just use fancy words to justify exploiting someone. That's not okay. It's totally not fair. All right, got my water. Actually, this can fit in here. All right, let's go check out that fountain. Oops, sorry guys. Knocking you around. Get to walk around with the hobo lady with all of her shit. That guy's talking to people down there. He's also very pissed. But you know what, dude? I don't abuse animals. You do. And you know what will make you feel better? Because what he's experiencing is called cognitive dissonance. Go vegan. You don't have to feel bad at all because you don't contribute to that. All right. Go ahead and go. Yas. Appreciate y'all being here. You see the I-5 bridge. I forgot what the actual name of the bridge is. It's so nice out, you guys. Oh, feels so good. All right, so here's the fountain. Yes, it is the Columbia. And that's actually a map right there of our Pacific Northwest Waterway. Isn't this neat? Let's see if I can actually rotate the cameras. This one I can. This one, I don't know how to rotate this one. How do you rotate TikTok's camera? I don't think you can. Oh, there we are, flip camera. There you go. Sorry, guys. And you can run and play, and as it gets hot, people love to play in this. And there's like little things on the rock. Little things. But, yas, water. Oh yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all being here. I think I'll call it there. I don't think you guys want to walk with me to the parking, but appreciate y'all being here. I thought I'd show you the park, the water, the fountain. We actually have a lot of cool places around here, and this park is just gorgeous. You can see the little boat thing. See that right there is that pier. I've done activism over there. It's actually not too bad. It's just so pretty, and yeah, it's just a great park. All right, so anyway, thank you guys for being here, and I hope you have a great vegan day. Thank you to my vegans for being here. Thank you to the mods. And if you're not vegan, go vegan, be vegan. And I'll catch you later. Bye.